Hi guys. I've got some stuff to talk about before I do any sort of readings. I want to go into the Vedic astrology, and the reason for that is because I don't know if anybody else has been experiencing some weird, crazy stuff these past weeks, but I have not slept for 24 hours. And I'm going to go into all of it and talk about it. And I felt like I needed to do the Vedic astrology to find out like what was going on, why the energies is the way it is, and how my superpowers are Nikki, you're on my list. And how my superpowers have evolved since my mum has died. So I am going to do Vedic astrology first. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit of a story before I do Vedic. I'm going to tell everybody why. I'm going to tell you what I've been going through. So the thing I love about my SuperFan lives is just you and me. We can talk about it. You can type what you're going through. I can give you answers to it. And I felt like I have to tell you what I have been going through. Even though I'm on my live, I've got the happy face, I'm doing my job and I'm doing my work and I'm doing the reading. There is always something beneath the surface. And I'm sure that all of my family out there are going through something along the lines of what I'm going through. Now, being a medium and seeing things from childhood, because obviously my surgery has always kept me, like when you have your first extreme traumatic physical experience like open heart surgery, and you guys know that I've had open heart surgery when I was 3 weeks old. That's the first time I had my open heart surgery. It was 3 weeks old. I mean, I'm going to get into a whole bunch of things, and I'm going to do the Vedic astrology because I haven't done it in a while. And I think the reason why I had to do the Vedic astrology today was because, guys, I need to go for a wee, and you're going to have to get yourself a cup of coffee or a tea because shit's going down. I mean, like, believe it or not, I've been back from the Philippines 24th of January. I got here on the 24th of January, and I still have this congested, blocked chest. I'm so lazy, can't be bothered to do my nails. It's just like, I don't care. It's just wrong. And I'm a nail girl, and look at that. So I'm going to go to the toilet really quickly before I get into everything that I've been going through. And I'm hoping that somebody else in the room has been going through what I've been going through, because it's just really intense. And it's not something that I can't handle, because I can handle it. But it was just, I'm always, the best place to be when you're going through something physical or spiritual is be the observer. No matter how amazing or how intense it is, just observe it and don't feel any way towards it. That's the only advice that I can give during this time frame. So I don't know if I need to get a drink. I've got my water here. Maybe I should get a snack. I don't know. Okay, you just give me a second, guys. I'm telling you, man. I'm 45 years old, and I feel like I'm too young to be having things happen that is happening. We're going to get into it in a second. Oh, God. Do you see? Do you see this? Do you see this? I can't even get up from my chair. Okay. All right. Where to begin? I don't even know. Let me just pop a grape into my mouth and think about it for a second. I don't know where to begin. I'll begin a week ago. Okay. Okay, there's some more people coming into the room, guys, so I'm just gonna wait because I don't want people to come in to the live and I'm in the middle of my story. Don't you just love black grapes? Too good. Seedless black grapes. Before I do any readings today, hey Ray, hey Erica, Keshni, Marcy, Chris, Christina, 1111, Nikki, Sylvia, Weena. I'm going to tell you a story before I'm going to tell you a story. I don't know if I should do the Vedic astrology first, but maybe I should tell you the story first because then it will align to the Vedic astrology. Put the grapes in the fridge, guys. Black grapes, frozen or cold in the fridge. Oh my God, it's too good. So, okay. I was just saying to everybody who entered into the room first that I want to do Vedic astrology before I do any sort of readings because I have had some strange happenings. And I was also saying that being who I am, having my first open heart surgery at 3 weeks old, I've always had this spiritual connection to the cosmos, to the universe, to heaven, to loved ones on the other side. I've always had this. I've got all the clairs. So if you know about the clairs is like, no, you didn't miss cards. I just got here and I'm going to do some Vedic astrology and I'm going to tell you what happened to me the past 2 weeks before I do any sort of readings. So I did just get here. So again, I'm just waiting for everybody to come into the room. All right, so I'm going to start here. Hopefully, I don't have to repeat. There's only like 9 people in here. Okay, so since my mum's passed away, so for those of you who already know, you know. So since my mum's passed away 3 months ago on the 8th of this month, I have been in and out of shadow work, dark night of the soul, heavenly presence, connecting with Jesus, Archangel Michael coming into my room, all beautiful things that I will tell my family about when I come on my live. Because when I add up my numbers, my number is 11, and 11 is the master number, and they call it the master number because you're supposed to go through everything, master it, and then teach. And so far I've been through maybe in my life's journey 50% of what I'm supposed to be going through up until the point I die. So I say about 50% evolution. And I have been refurbishing my house. Now, my mum's gone. My girl has gone. She's living somewhere else now. So I'm literally in my mother's house where me, my daughter and my mother lived. And I shared a room with my mum. And we had a sofa bed in the living room where my daughter was sleeping. So I had a full house and my cat, my B-boy, who's now also in heaven. So I had a full house of women and my boy cat to having nobody here. Well, you know, just really me, aside from all of those people in the graveyard. But you know what I mean. In the physical world, the only person that's in this house physically now is just me. So in order for me not to lose my mind, because every time I go into the kitchen, I think maybe my mother is going to be in there and she's cooking and she's healthy and she's standing up and she's not like on that chair that the hospital gave her so she can cook, you know, and then the hospital chair and the toilet frame and, you know, all of that jazz. And I go into the living room and I think about her and I have all my moments of I cry and I'm crying like a little baby, and it's a good 5 minutes of crying and then back to like nothing happened. So I understand that is my way of purging and getting rid of any sad emotions or feelings connected to my mother's passing, even though I know where she is. And even though she has showed me everything, in terms of she's been showing me signs, symbols and synchronicities. I mean, at one point she moved my spoon in my cup and I was like, Mum, don't fucking do that. You're here, that's fabulous, but don't be... Do you remember in Hocus Pocus? What is that film? Not Hocus Pocus. It's with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock, and they are like sisters. I love that film. And they're like witches. And then she was like stirring her tea, and then you can see, what was that? The Craft, can't remember. And then like this thing was stirring. It was basically like what happened to me in the living room. Whoa. Practical Magic. Thank you, honey. It was not Hocus Pocus. It was Practical Magic. That's the one. Love that film. Might have to go and watch it when I'm done with you guys. So anyway, I've been refurbishing my house. My brother used to live here. My little brother, he used to live here. Do you remember when I was like, my brother lived here? It was my mum and all this stuff. It was all of us. We were living in this house. And he had a hut outside. Proper jungle man he was. But because this is a council house, what will happen was I was bidding on my own place. So I was on a list. And when you're on a list here, when you're on the list here in the UK, you have to basically like wait 10 years if you're lucky. Single mother, actual ailments like illness or anything to do with health, and you got documentation of it, they'll basically speed up the process. Just for those of you who are in the USA, if you're not sure what this is, I'm on the council list to get a house. So the government will give you a house if you fit a certain criteria, which I do. So, but I don't take advantage like that. But anyway, so this house was supposed to go to my brother, and I was supposed to get my own place. This was the agreement upon my mother before she died. It wasn't written, it was just verbal. So I was so, obviously I didn't know when my mother was going to die, but I was so comfortable, like, even though I've lived here for 8 years of my life, I was so comfortable with like giving my little brother this home where he could have something a bit stable. And then, you know, shit happens. And but before the shit happened, he started painting the house so he felt comfortable and started making the house his, even though he was currently staying in his little hut outside. and he made it he's like a proper bushman. So the house is green. I don't know if you've ever seen my green walls. The house was green and blue. And I didn't care. Because as far as I was concerned, I'm moving out anyway. So knock yourself out, brother. So when my mum passed away, and I would walk through my corridor, and as I would touch the walls, and I'll thank my house for, you know, putting a roof over my head, so on and so forth, I thought to myself, this color is so dark. It's like it was a dark, and I love green because green is the heart chakra, but it wasn't like a light minty green. It was like it wasn't even a forest green. It was just, I don't know if I should show you because it's really ugly. But it's like a green. It's just a green. It's not an ugly green. It's just green, and it's not bogey green either. It's like it is a nice green, but it was too dark for me. So I started, after my mother passed away, I started to see the house and see everything that I had gone through with my mum. I could see her face, the pain that she was in, the suffering, and it was like everything was intertwined with my mum and like what happened with my brother, because, you know, me and my brother got into a really big fight, and then he moved out. I love him and I will always love him, but we are Aries and Capricorn. We just don't go well with each other because we basically kill each other, because we're two Titans in the same house, and it's like there's too many cardinals in this house. My mum was a cardinal, my daughter was a cardinal, I'm a cardinal, my brother is a cardinal. And for those of you who don't know who a cardinal is, if you go on Google and you put your star sign in and say, am I mutual, flexible, or cardinal, it will tell you who the cardinal, flexible, mutual signs are. So cardinal signs were born to be leaders. So we've got 4 leaders living in the house. They all have their own rules. They all want it a certain way. No one's going to listen to nobody. And this is the energy, that I'm living with people that have got extremely potent, powerful energy. And, you know, because we're the same. So when he moved out, I was looking at the house and I was like, I can't stand my kitchen because it's blue and green. I'm not even going to show it to you because it's just not right. My hallway was green. My living room was half green and magnolia. What the fuck is that about? But again, I didn't say anything because I'm moving out. I needed to change the furniture as well. So I had a project. I was like, Mum's gone. I'm going to do everything. So I ordered salmon. Pink, completely opposite from green. Girly girl, because he made it into a boy's house. Girly girl. Salmon pink is the color of my walls. And magnolia. So I've got a feature wall. I don't know, should I show you? Maybe if you'd seen the before and after. Anyway, one wall is featured with like a pink and gold forest, and I'm wallpapering one wall to look like a pink and gold forest. The other wall is magnolia. And then the main wall over here is the salmon pink. But it's very... Okay. It's a work in progress, guys. So please, bear with me. Right. So, this is the green. This is the green wall. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Yeah? And I don't fucking like it. So I was like, right, I'm going to change my whole house and I'm going to make it salmon. Let me see if I can flip this. Let me do it from here. So imagine that green that I showed you. So imagine that green that I showed you, yeah? This green right there. That green. All in this hallway. Now it's salmon. It's work in progress. I managed to stick up my mirror. I put up my little lamp light thingies here, and I love it. I even painted the door because it looked like crap. So this is all salmon. I know you probably can't see it properly. And I spent 3 days painting this hallway. And then I changed my living room. So my living room, the chair was here because this is too big. This couch was over here. This couch was here. My mother's urn and the table was over here. And there was a mirror over there. I bought a bookcase and I put half of my tarot cards here. Painted all the walls. So I put my bookcase and my tarot cards and all my books there. I want plants. I've got crystals, so when the sun shines in the daytime, my house is basically full of rainbows. So let me just turn on this light here. Hold on. So I don't know what my mother was thinking, but she brought a green couch. What the hell are you thinking, Mum? And then we got this couch here, which is completely different color from that one. So I'm going to buy a cover and I'm going to basically just cover these with the same cover. I painted all the walls. I put up the picture of my family. This is my father. He's not one of the kids. I got my mother, my father, me, my little brother, my sister, and my big brother. And then I did the feature wall. So I got this from TikTok shop. But I didn't get enough wallpaper. So that's bloody pissing me off. So that's an empty section. So I'm still trying to finish that. Still finishing that. So this whole house, this wall here was green. So I just opened, I'm not even finished yet. I need to get rid of these grey curtains because I don't even know why they're here. And I want to bring so many flowers into my house. And I want you to remember this mirror. And I want you to look at that. Just look at that because I've got a story to tell you in a second. So anyway, this is my featured wallpaper. Okay, love it. Gonna get something to cover the couch. So this couch and this couch matches. And again, I love this. I just love all of this. All of the books I've read. I think out of all of these books, I haven't read maybe 4 or 5, but most of them I've read. So anyway, and there's my mum and her ashes. Yeah. So there's my TV. I'm going to put something on here to make it look really nice. I don't like the colour of this. I think it looks horrible. And I think I might get a table to put it like in the middle, but I'm not sure yet. I've had that fisherman since I was 3 years old. My mum bought that and I've had that since I was 3 years old. So, and then obviously my nice hallway. So it all kind of fits in together and my little lamp and everything. Everything was shit. I still have left to do the hallway there. At one point, I've got to finish my kitchen. I'm not going to show you the kitchen because it looks terrible. I've got to still finish that hallway to the garden and finish my bedroom, and then I should be good to go. So I have a story. So remember this mirror and remember that little thingy here, the little vent thing. Remember that because the story. I'm paying for all the hang some plants. That is exactly, look at this hallway, it's disgusting. Carpet, I can't even be bothered. And I still got my mum's wheelchair, which I need to get rid of. So I've still got to do the kitchen, still got to do the bathroom and that little corridor thingy that I just showed you. Those are the things left that I have to do in order to get the energy of like my mum's illness and like horrible memories. Smells can attach you to something. Yeah, sorry, there was no reception on my way here. I will maybe hang your TV up on the wall. The problem with the problem with the wall in the UK is the walls are crusty and crumbly. So I tried to hang up my mirror. I was drilling a hole in the wall and it was all crumbling. It was just really, it's a shit concrete. So I'm unable to, if I put my TV up on the, I'm going to tell you something and you're going to be like, yeah, maybe not. So, so I'm trying to change the energy of my house. I'm leading somewhere, guys, to the Vedic astrology. So for this whole, I would say I started painting 4 days, no, let's just say a week after I came back from the Philippines, because I needed to get rid of this energy in the house that reminded me of so many, yes, good times, but mainly bad times because of my mum. So I'm painting. I've been doing it for 2 weeks. I'm just trying to put my blood, sweat and tears. And when I say blood, sweat and tears, I have cut myself so blood literally on the wall. I have cried while I was painting the ceiling, thinking about my mum, saying to my mum, do you think this looks all right? Does this look all right? Like proper talking to my mum, like she's right next to me, because I always feel like they are. So I'm talking to her and asking her opinion on what she thinks. I also noticed that when I do go to sleep, I keep waking up at 3:44. 3:44. I've been waking up. It seems like every day since I've come back from the Philippines, I've been waking up at 3:44. So I want to make my house a country house, like really warm, inviting people in where people don't want to leave. And that's what and that's what I want to do with my home. And I also got this as well. I really want to show you. Hold on a second. So when my mum was alive, I ordered this like 3 years ago. Don't know if any of you lot ever seen it. I think it was on Etsy. And so I'm going to somehow put this up in my room. I'm a kid at heart. And my favorite color is purple. There's the curly black hair, that would be me. And then purple. And then I had written what I wanted to say on this thing. So I'm going to put this up in my room at some point. It was supposed to be a rug, but it was too small. So I'm going to just stick it up on the wall in my room. So yesterday, no, when I finished painting my living room, remember where the mirror is? So the mirror was actually bound by a wooden frame. That mirror in the living room. Remember when I showed you the mirror? I said, remember the mirror. So it was actually bound by a brown frame. And I painted everything magnolia. I hung the mirror, I finished painting 3 days ago. And the mirror's been up for 3 days. And that's fine. Prior to me painting the house, I want to go back a week. I've been having really strange dreams. And I don't know if anybody else is having really weird and strange dreams, because my dreams are so... I like watching things like haunted houses, like with my mum. That's what we would watch, or like paranormal things, but real people going through paranormal stuff. That's just me and my mum. We live for that stuff. Because obviously she's seen certain things and I've seen certain things, and we connect that way, and that was just our thing together, me and my mum. So anyway, I had a dream about, I don't even think it's a week ago, I'll say about 5 days ago. And in my dream, guys, all I know is that I was in a school, and the school looked... have you seen Stranger Things? I've been waking up tired too from my dreams. No, but listen to this. So have you seen Stranger Things? So, you know, in Stranger Things, you know how the school looks really creepy? You know, when you go in the down under, everything is like all funky and it just looks all crap and shit in the underworld in Stranger Things in that series. Well, I was in a school, and in this school, you haven't seen it yet. So they have they have the upworld and then the underworld, and the underworld is just exactly the same mirror image as above world, but it's just really gloomy and grey down there. And it's like there's ash everywhere. So anyway, in my dream, I'm in a school. It feels like I'm in Stranger Things. And I'm going down these stairs. And it felt so grey in this dream. And this was like 5 days ago. And I'm going down the stairs in the school. It feels like there are people there, but I can't see anybody. So I feel like I'm on my own. And I'm going down this staircase in this school. And then I put my head on like that on the balcony, you know, on the stairwell. So I put my head like that, and I see a figure, and this figure isn't facing me, and this figure looked like, ooh, I got goosebumps. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm gonna burn some sage right now because you know I'm creeping myself out. So anyway, so and it is like nighttime here. So anyway, I look over the stairs and I see a figure, and this figure has a robe, and it looked like it was white. I don't know, but this is why I need everyone to listen to me, because I hope that I'm not the only one having these funky dreams. Oh my God, look, 4-4 again. I keep seeing that bloody number. It's like, no, everywhere I look, it's 444, man. 444. I've been playing the lottery and been putting fours everywhere. So anyway, and I'll tell you what 44 means, because it's the craziest thing. So anyway, this is all leading up to the Vedic astrology, guys. So please bear with me. I need to talk to you about it because I've got no one to talk to. It's 11:44 for me right now. Do you see? I keep waking up at 3:44. 40:44 everywhere I go. So anyway, I look down the stairwell, I see a figure. It looked like a fucking nun. Okay? Now, if any of you seen The Nun, the horror movie, you know what I'm talking about. So it's like this nun, but I can't see her face because she's facing the other way. So I'm looking down the stairwell, I see a figure. Yeah. So I see a figure, and then I'm looking at this thing, right? I'm looking at this thing, and then all of a sudden, she's floating, by the way. She ain't got legs, and she ain't got feet, okay? She ain't got legs or feet, and it's fucking real, because we are in the physical and in the spiritual at the same time. I know doing what I do. Oh, I'm going to tell you what I did. I know that doing what I do in the world that we live in, there is good and there is evil. And I know that. So anyway, as I'm looking down at the stairwell and I'm looking at this figure, the figure kind of like turns its body. So it's like this, and then it kind of turns its body like this, and it's looking at me. Now, I can't see the face because the eyes are just very deep. For me, it felt like a demon. It felt evil. So I look at it. You make me feel funny now. Let me finish the story, because there's more. So I'm looking at it, and as I'm looking at this thing, I know with every fiber in my spirit and in my soul, it's trying to scare me. So do you know what I did? Because I'm a psycho. I go down the stairwell. I go right up to that motherfucker, and I go, what? What are you gonna fucking do? And it went and ran off. and then I woke up. And I was like, bitch. That's what I woke up. That's what it ran off. Because it felt that I was, you know, the fear, it starts to build up. It starts off like on the toes. And then as you're in the scene, the fear builds up to your knees. And then it goes further up. And then you're like, when it gets to the climax part of your eyebrows, you're like, it's either fight or flight. So when that fear energy went up to fight and flight, lucid dream all the time. When it went up to fight and flight mode, which I would say is my eyebrows, I was like, fuck this. So I went down the stairwell and I looked at this nun right in her fucking face, and it felt like it was negative. And I went, what are you gonna do? And then it went, I literally saw it gulp, turn, and then it just disappeared. So it was like I faced my demons, literally. And that was 5 days ago. Fine. I told my daughter that. And I said I wasn't scared. I was like uncomfortable. But then I was like, no. No one in life is going to make me scared. And no one on the other side is going to make me afraid, because I walk in the light of God. So anyway, let's come back to reality now. So just remember that dream. I painted my living room magnolia. I hung up my mirror. It's been hanging there 2-3 days. No problems. Sat in the living room, watched Friends, read some spiritual books, did some meditation in there. Everything feels energetically amazing in my house. Getting rid of the sadness. I'm purging all of the stuff that these walls had witnessed. My mum being ill and me being ill. And you know, during that process of looking after my mum, I had knee problems. And guys, and I'm not talking about, I don't know if I ever, you know, I had that hemorrhoid thing, and I still have it. But I'm meditating on it. So it's kind of like gone back up, and it's kind of, I think it's like healing. When I meditate, it heals. But the thing is, my knees. So when I was taking care of my mum, and to have to shift and move her body, I could feel that my knees, it's like the bones were scraping together, and it's so fucking painful, man. And I realized that you're a fat cunt, and you're gonna have to lose weight, because your skinny little legs can't carry your big ass, your big tits, and your big stomach. So I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out before I go to the Philippines. I'm going to try and lose some weight and see if that's the problem with my knees. And it really was. So 2 weeks before I went back to the Philippines, I was working out. Yeah, I'm talking about insanity. Yeah, Sean T, he can piss off. I'm still going to watch him anyway. So I was doing Sean T insanity workout for like 2 weeks straight. And I have to tell you, I did lose weight and my knee pain left. So for the 2 weeks that I was in the Philippines, I didn't have any pain in my knees. Anyway, I come back from the Philippines now, because obviously in the Philippines, when you have breakfast, you're eating rice and sausages and eggs for breakfast. It's like, what the fuck? Because Filipinos just eat rice all day long. So rice and sausages and eggs, you know, fucking hell, fish. It's just like, and you know, you're on holiday, so you're just like, you're just eating like a pig. So I put on the weight when I was back in Philly, and I wasn't thinking about working out because it's my holiday, and you know, it was getting rid of my mum's ashes, and you know, sending her love energy over there with her loved ones in the Philippines. So then I come back anyway. Now we're going back to the living room. So 3 days ago, mirror's been hanging up. It was in a wooden frame, and it was hanging up for 3 days. I was sitting in there for 3 days. Everything was fine. Everything was good. Nothing happened. Last night, I was watching Black Mirror. I'm on season 6, and I'm watching the spaceship one. So I'm watching, and it's maybe like 2 o'clock, and I'm starting to feel a little bit sleepy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn off my laptop and I'm going to go sleep. But I didn't, because I didn't. It was like I thought I was sleepy, but I wasn't. So I'm going through my phone, going through TikTok, looking at ways that I can change my house and what kind of flowers that I want in my house, and you know, how else am I going to decorate it? What can I add to make it like cottage feeling? So anyway, I'm drifting, but I'm not. So I'm on my phone, I'm looking at my phone. And then all of a sudden, it was like, I don't know, it was like maybe 3:15 a.m. And I leave my door open just a crack. And I have my air purifier on, because I don't feel like I get enough air in my room, even if my window is open, and I feel congested. So what I do is put my air purifier and leave the room door open a little bit. And I was lying down in my bed and I faced my door and I could see a shadow man. But it wasn't in the physical world, it was in my third eye. And I could see it, and he was standing there like this. And I was like, okay. And then I heard my guides, just observe it, do nothing. And I'm like, okay. So I'm seeing this grey shadow man by my door in my mind's eye, and he was standing like this. It's like his body's like a bit twisted. I say my prayers. Archangel Michael, defend us in battle, be our protection against the malice and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray unto you, O heavenly host. By divine power, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking ruin of souls. Amen. And then I hear my guides. I said, what do I do? And then my guide said, just observe it. And I go, yeah, but I don't want it here. And then my guide said, send it love. Sorry? Send it love. And I was like, all right. But I'm going to look at it a little longer. See what it does. Didn't do anything. Standing there. I feel like it was trying to intimidate me to some degree. But no. I just watched it. Standing there. In my mind's eye. By my door. So I'm awake. But at the same time, I feel like I'm lucid dreaming. I'm here. But I'm on the other side as well. And then, bang! I hear a massive bang in the physical world, in my house. I hear bang! It was so fucking loud, guys. It was so fucking loud. And I'm a security guard. And I always keep like a baseball bat near me or a wooden piece of wood. So if anyone was to come into my house, I'm going to have to, you know, kick some people's asses. So the first thing that I do, so I see this thing in my mind's eye. About 15 minutes later, I hear the big, it was like so fucking loud. I didn't even turn on a light. I didn't even turn on a light. I get my stick, like the security guard that I am. I come out of my bed. And the mirror has fallen from where I showed it to you. So the mirror has fallen, yeah? So that mirror, which was framed, has fallen onto the floor. And I come into the living room and I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, I probably didn't stabilize it or I didn't hang it up properly. That's what I was thinking. I didn't stabilize it and I didn't hang it up properly, and that's probably why it fell. No, look at it. It hasn't cracked. Look at it. There's no crack. Not one bit of a crack. It did not break. It did not crack. Not one little bit. So I leave it and then I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to deal with it. I can still see that thing in my mind's eye. Can still see it. But when I woke up this morning and I came into my living room, that's an air vent. The mirror smashed this whole thing. And guys, there's a fucking hole in the wall. And I kid you not, there's a hole, a literal hole in the wall. And because I'm me, I'm already thinking about Is something going to pop its face out of there and look at me? Is something going to pop its face out of there and look at me? That's automatically what I'm thinking. Because it's a fucking hole. It's a fucking hole. It's like, have you ever seen a horror film and then there's like a hole in the room? Then all of a sudden it's like, you see someone go like that. And then all of a sudden it disappears. Have you ever seen those kind of movies? Like there's a hole in the wall. You're like, oh, look. And then there's a dead body in there or some shit like that. So imagine in order, I see this shadow figure in my mind's eye. Half an hour later, something goes bang. My mirror has fallen, not cracked. And I'm just like, what the fuck a duck? So when I look in, I was like, no. Oh, hell no. That's what I said. Hell no. So as soon as I saw that hole in the wall, I got my sage. I got my singing bowl. I was saying prayers. And I was saying prayers while I was sealing it up. I got the sage and I was burning it all day in my living room. And then I put the white plaster over it because there's no way of fixing that unless I call the council to come and fix it. So I painted over the plaster, the whole thing, sealed it off. I think I'm going to have to re-break it. And then, because there is a hole in that wall, like nobody's business. And I was like, what the fucking chances of that? What are the chances of that? Like I see something and then all of a sudden it's like there's that big bang and then there's a whole gaping hole in my wall. Like what are the chances of that? That was kind of creepy. But it was all right. And then that's why I was like, you know what? And these past couple of days, guys, I have been feeling, I don't know, I feel it's like my knees was hurting me, but now both of my knees was in pain. And then I still feel congested. So as I'm painting and refurbishing and tiling up things in my house and doing all of this stuff, I'm feeling all of this stuff. And it's like I'm climbing up the ladder, changing light bulbs, putting everything in, and I could feel this, like my knees are giving way. And I said, this is bullshit. I said, the dreams, my lower back, my legs, this is, what the fuck is going on here? So I haven't slept for 24 hours, guys. 24 hours I have not slept. I'm gonna do the astrology now. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go and do some astrology. I need to know what the fuck's going on here because I don't fucking like it. So I go in, I dive into astrology, and you guys know that I do Vedic astrology because I feel like Vedic astrology always lines up to what I'm going through. I'm not saying Western astrology isn't good, but for me, Vedic astrology always seems to be lining up with, sorry, Nikki, you got to be patient with me, honey. I've got to tell you my story because I need to know. So, as I'm doing the Vedic astrology, this is the energy. Yes, Vedic astrology, Western astrology. So you can Google it. Vedic astrology is another way of doing astrology. And it's exactly where the placements of the planets are. Okay? So that's why I prefer Vedic astrology. So you've got Western astrology and then you've got Vedic astrology. So anyway, I want to say a big thank you to Kellee White. I love and appreciate her. I love doing Vedic astrology myself and then lining it up with hers. It matches. So I just want to shout out, big shout out to Kellee White. So we are in the energy of the eclipses. So I'm going to go really in depth. So this is the energy of what it's going to be like for us for February and March, I will say. So we're in, and this is why I had to talk about my dream. I had to talk about what I'm doing in my house. I have to talk about what I'm feeling in my physical body, because it's like the universe is helping us to shift our physical bodies, because we need to shift this energy so we can be light of body, so we can go into the better world, shall we say, a more spiritual, loving, energetic world instead of being in the mundane. So we're in the eclipse energy, and the first eclipse if you want to put this in your calendar, is on the 17th of February. So where are we? We are on the 12th. Is it what? We're 10. What are we today? 10. So there is always remnants of eclipses in the beginning, and Mercury retrograde. There is always a beginning, and then like the energy for 2 weeks, and then like when the Mercury retrograde or the eclipse is done, there's still remnants of the energy 2 weeks after. So we're in the 2 weeks of the eclipses. Okay, so the first eclipse that we've got, I'm going to talk about it, tracker. So we're in the energy of the eclipses, and the first eclipse is on the 17th of February, and then the second one starts I think March 2nd, something in and around that energy. It's a very heavy duty eclipse energy, and this is going to shake people up. So when I already was looking at it, I was like, oh my god, that's why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. This energy is supposed to activate the mind and make it a little bit more challenging for us so we can basically evolve. Now, I'll tell you why the energy is so intense and why I am feeling every fucking thing from the spirit world to the physical world. No, you didn't miss much, Nikki. I haven't even gotten to your reading, and you can watch this. I'm still trying to upload 2 lives anyway on my YouTube, and I ain't going to stop until it's done. So you haven't missed your reading. I'm still doing the Vedic astrology. So this energy of the eclipse is supposed to shake people up. It's activating the mind, and it makes this energy a little bit more challenging. We have a stellium of planets in what star sign? Capricorn. Obviously, it would be Capricorn, wouldn't it? Because I'm a fucking Capricorn. And we have a stellium. A stellium is a whole bunch of motherfucking planets in Capricorn energy. We're going to get into that. So, we have the Sun in Capricorn. We have Venus in Capricorn. We have Mercury and the Moon and Pluto in Capricorn, which is ruled by what? Saturn. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. What is Saturn? Saturn is the planet of karma. So I'm starting to think now, all the shit that I've gone through with my mum, the house, having them dreams of them things, pains in my legs and my body starting to line up. This is why I love doing Vedic astrology. So, Saturn is the planet of karma. Saturn is ruled, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And this stellium can trigger all kinds of significant lessons. And it's quite huge, the lessons that you're learning. So what have I learned since my mum has died? I have learned that, yes, I'm going to have to go through positive up and down emotions, deal with it, purge, let it go, forgive, let go, and just revamp the energy. So it's going to bring in such significant lessons, karmic lessons, and it is hard. And it's a hard situation to be in. And I missed something out, by the way. Before I get back to the Vedic astrology, when I said that this is significant lessons for all of us. When I swept up the debris from where my mirror hit that thing, because it was all like broken, smashed into smithereens, but the mirror didn't smash. I swept it up. I opened my front door, and what do you think I saw? A crow. I saw the crow. It was a crow, and it was standing on a sign right opposite my house. Now, I know about animal totems, okay? But for those of you who don't know, crows represent, like, crows are drawn to magic men and magic women. So I always used to think that I always used to think bad but can be a new beginning. Crows are not evil. Crows are not bad. It's humans that try to... Crow is created by God. It's one of God's creatures. These animals are totems to spirit world as well, and it meaning in the physical world. So when I opened up the door to throw away the debris from that thing where there was a big black hole, and then I saw that shadow man thing, and I opened up my door and I saw a big, beautiful black crow just right there looking at me. And it looked at me for about 3 seconds. It's like it communicated with me, and then it flew away. And then I said, and I already knew that crows represent that they're attracted to magic people, like wizards and witches. And it's so funny because 3 years ago I bought this. That's basically me with my curly hair. It's like my mum activated my energy, psychic, witchy abilities. Look at that. So for women, the crow is a potent spiritual symbol of transformation, deep intuition, and divine feminine wisdom. After appearing as a guy during life's shift, what shifted? My mum died. As a messenger, the crow encourages embracing personal power, speaking one's truth, and navigating cycles of change with fearlessness. What did I say to them? Shadow things, what felt evil. I told them to go and fuck itself. And I went right in its face, and look what it means. It says navigating cycles of change with fearlessness. The crow also is a representation of transformation and rebirth, deep intuition and magic, the messenger of truth. That's what the crow represents. And then I basically had enough, and I was like, why do I keep seeing 44? And you witnessed it just a second ago. Angel number 44 signifies divine support, stability, manifestation through hard work. Do you guys remember me saying to you to do your 369's manifestation? Does anyone remember me saying that to you on live when I was doing a private reading to you? Manifestation through hard work. This is my 369 manifestations. I'm basically on what? I'm on day 13 of manifestations. 444 is right in front of me. Huh. Look at that. So 444 signifies divine support, stability, manifestations through hard work, encourage you to trust your path and intuition as you build solid foundation for your goals, with angels providing protection and guidance to help you create lasting achievement and abundance. It's a message of being on the right track, urging focus, dedication, and listening to the inner wisdom, the crow, hello, to bring your dreams into reality. That's the meaning of number 44. Divine support and protection, stability and foundation, hard work, discipline, manifestation, and trusting your intuition. That is what that... So when I combined everything together, the nun in my dream facing my fears, the shadow man standing at my door like, bruv, you need to get out of my house, sending you love, get out. That's the energy. The crow, the mirror falling down so hard that I thought someone broke into my house. I got my baseball bat ready to kill somebody, or maybe just hit somebody a little bit and then call the police because I don't want to hurt anyone. Maybe just like whack them on the leg or something. You know, what are you doing on my property kind of thing. Get the message. And then the debris falling, and then the black hole in the wall, like, oh my God, someone's going to look at me from this black hole. It was like so much synchronicities, so much synchronicities. I was just like, what the hell is going on here? So I'm on day 13 of my 369 manifestation. 369 manifestation. That's where I am, because I always say do it for 28 days. So with the Vedic astrology, let me get back to it. So it's about significant karmic energy, learning lessons, and it's very huge. So it's important to remember Capricorn also rules government, old systems, responsibility and structure. But then that stellium that we have, this stellium that we have in Capricorn is going to move into Aquarius. So, and Aquarius in Vedic astrology is also ruled by Saturn. And in Western astrology, it's actually ruled by Uranus. But Vedic astrology was a little bit different. So in Vedic astrology, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, but in Western astrology, it's ruled by Uranus. So when these planets move into Aquarius, we are going to look at like radical shifts in your own life, in the energy, in the physical world, in humanity. You're going to see all kinds of stuff play out this month and next month. Aquarius has like a radical way of thinking. This is why I always say to my Aquarians, you're a sign that doesn't give a shit. Like my daughter's got Aquarius energy. And I'm not saying that you don't give a shit because you don't give a shit about anything, but it's like, you don't care what people think about you. If you want to wear like the dark eyeshadow and like the black dress, you don't care what other people think. This is who you are. You're your authentic self. And my daughter's got Aquarius placements in her charts. So Aquarius has a radical way of thinking. It thinks progressively, and it is ruled by Saturn in Vedic astrology. And there will be many things that will be unavoidable. So for everyone during this time frame, when the planet shifts from Capricorn to Aquarius and all those planets go into Aquarius, there are going to be things that are going to come up in your life that you cannot avoid. Okay? So the Aquarian theme that we're headed into is a collective consciousness and humanitarianism. Am I saying that right? I've been looking at the Project 369 book online. I've got it. And it's so funny because I'm on day 13 and I was writing in my book, but I've actually got the book. I've actually got that book. Let me show it to you. I'm going to be really quick because I highly recommend that you guys get it. So because I couldn't find this book, I did it on here. So they basically will say to you, it's basically like that. I just did the same thing, just on a normal book. 369, manifest your dreams. Can you see the symbol? Means that everything is infinite. I do 369 daily. They say do it for 28 days. So, where was I? So there are going to be things that are going to come into our energy which is unavoidable. The Aquarian theme that we're going to head into is a collective consciousness and about humanitarianism. Look, there's going to be changes in like groups with social issues, global concerns, the betterment of humanity. Yes, you can get it on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. The betterment of humanity and concerns for community. So it also brings innovation and progress. So this is the energy that we're going into. This is the energy that we're going into, because currently we're in Capricorn right now. We've got a stellium of planets that are in Capricorn right now. And I was wondering why I was going through all of this stuff, and now with all of them planets in my star sign, I get it. I understand now why I was seeing them negative, it seemed like negative spirit. I understand now why I feel pains in my legs. I understand now why I'm painting my house and changing all the energy. I understand now I need to make the feng shui better in my house. That's what I understood. So it brings innovation, progress, heightened ideas, scientific breakthroughs. It also brings social reform and revelation. This is all leading up to the eclipse that is about to come. You're going to have this desire to improve or reform. This is the energy of Saturn. Saturn likes, Saturn is an energy of structure, and they like things the old way. And then Aquarius comes in, and Aquarius wants to step on the pedal and make it move, whereas Capricorn is like, no, this is the structured way. But I'm learning to shift and change my energy. I actually now like change. So this influence with the Saturn energy in Aquarius and Capricorn, and in the Aquarius and Capricorn energy, it's karma. It's all about karma. So there will be certain people that will be drawn to make changes in their lives. I wrote the same thing every day for the next 28 days. Donna, do you write the same thing every day or different things? No, I write the same thing every day for 28 days. When my 28 days is done, you wait for the energy to match up to what you're manifesting. It could take a week, could take a month, but you have to wait, and then you can start another one for another 28 days. It happened to me. That's how I got 100,000 people on my that's how I got 100,000 people. Diana, you're on my list. So I haven't read anyone yet. I've still got Nikki and Diana on my list, so please be patient. So this energy is about change. Not only change of everyone, humanity, but you have to change yourself. Ms. Marcy, you're on my list. Marcy, you're on my list. Okay. So on February the 12th, which is in 2 days' time, the sun moves into Aquarius. And that's going to bring a lot of original thinking, conventional ideas, and it will also bring rebellious streak energy, if you will, to challenge outdated ways of thinking, old systems. And on the 17th, we are already in that eclipse energy. The energy is going to be very weird, and weird things are going to happen. And like I said, it's already happening with me, like very odd and weird things. I'm going to give you a general about the lunar and the solar eclipse and what it means. So just a general of what the eclipse means. So when I talk about the eclipse, you're going to be like, oh, is that what we're in right now? So on a general level, what eclipse brings is sudden unexpected changes, like events that come out of nowhere. It could represent like it's going to push you out of your comfort zone when there is an eclipse, whether it's a lunar or a solar. Sometimes the truth about that, sometimes there's like truth that will be revealed during that time frame, during this time frame. So anything that was hidden, any issues that was hidden is actually going to come to the surface. It's like you have to confront the reality, and you have to kind of navigate through the energy. This is what the eclipse will bring. Eclipse also bring us back to our path, that we're supposed to be on. The idea is when the planets come, when we come to Earth here in the physical world, we have plans, we have lessons that we have to experience, and we have lessons in place. But then there's like a shit show that happens, and then with your free will, again, you have to try and navigate through the shit show and find your way back to where you're supposed to be. because life is always going to, I always say you're never on the wrong path. The path is straight. Sometimes you might go left, sometimes you might go right, because there may be somebody that needs to learn from you, or you need to learn from somebody. But at some point, when you've learned your lesson with him or her, those people or that people, you will go back onto your path. That's where the eclipse will put you back on your path. But you can never be on the wrong path as far as I'm concerned. You're going through experiences through your free will choices. So if you choose to come off your path because you want to have an experience with that person, go forth and prosper. We're here to learn anyway. But anyway, the eclipse is here to bring you on your path. And yes, when the shit hits the fan, we're going to be redirected, but redirection is okay as long as you get back to where you're supposed to be. And again, that's what the eclipse does. With eclipses, there's a lot of emotional intensity, heightened emotion, mental, oh my God, aggravation, no shit, mental aggravation. So if you're agitated, try not to take it out on somebody unless, you know, you need to tell them about themselves. But kind of do it in a loving kind of a way. It will bring the energy of anxiousness, restlessness. People have trouble sleeping. So I have been awake 48 hours. I have been awake all yesterday afternoon, yesterday night, morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, my mirror smashes, I see that spirit. All day, painting my house, clearing my house, and still awake till now. So I've been up for like 48 hours without no sleep. So when I was reading this and it says people are going to have trouble sleeping, I was like, oh, now it makes sense. It will also bring karmic activation. The solar eclipse, lunar eclipse brings karmic activation. And it's like, it will bring obstacle and challenges. But why are we here? To grow. And you have to go through these obstacle and challenges that you have tried to avoid. So if you've been trying to avoid something with the eclipses, you're not going to be able to avoid it. You're going to have to look the devil in the face, and you look your demons in the face like I did and be like, you need to piss off. I got shit to do. So you're going to have to do it, guys. You're just going to have to. It's just the energy that is attached to everybody walking on earth right now. So any challenges or obstacles you have to go through, you are going to have to go through them because you cannot avoid them anymore. They lead us to, the eclipses is going to lead us to experiences that offer us opportunities for growth. It's a powerful time to shed old identities. Solar eclipses especially help shed old identities to release your ego and attachments and reconnect to the authentic self, soul purpose. Eclipses often bring endings that lead to new beginnings. My mother ended. I have to begin. As we talk about this eclipse, there is this thing that we're in, it is called, it's a bit of a mouthful, new moon annular solar eclipse, which is in Aquarius, and it is called the mega eclipse because 5 planets are in Capricorn right now and will be in Aquarius. It's called the mega eclipse. Like we need any more shit to go through, seriously, please. There is also Mars attached to the energy that we're in. Mars is the planet of war, violence, conflict. This influences the way that we're going to view mankind. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, which means that they're like near each other. And it's conjuncting in Pluto. Pluto is the death planet, so that absolutely makes sense to me. There will be a lot of transformation during this time frame. And on February the 17th is also the Chinese New Year and the year of the fire horse. in Vedic astrology, but this is what they say with the Chinese New Year. So along with the solar eclipse, also between the 17th of February and the 25th of February, Saturn and Neptune conjunct, which means again they're kind of like next to each other, and it also has Pisces energy attached to it, so it's going to be very intense. The planets that conjunct, these planets that I'm talking about as of now, right now, they only conjunct every 36 years. So this energy will bring like floods, tsunamis, the rising of oil prices, naval disputes around the world, etc. And in 1889, when we had this conjunction, although it was in Sagittarius, there was the fall of the the Berlin Wall, and there was also the Valdez oil spill. So basically, we're in a very, 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 very intense time. I've got nothing left. And that's all I have for today. Good night. So guys, I hope you got it. I hope you got the message. I certainly did. I understand why I was experiencing all those things that I was experiencing. And that's why I love Vedic astrology, and that's why I love to do astrology, because when I'm seeing spirits that is not on my energy frequency, and I don't know why they're here, and I don't know why my mirror fell but it didn't break, and I don't understand why I had to get rid of the debris. I open up the window, there's a crow. I'm trying to change my energy. Now you know why it's such an intense energy. And all of these planetary alignments are in Capricorn. So it's so intense, guys. It's a lot. It's so much, my ass is hurting me. All right. So I'm gonna try and repost this up on my YouTube channel, because I know you guys might want to listen to it again. Maybe not, because it's kind of downy, isn't it? So but anyway, I'm still trying to post up the 2nd of February, and I'm still trying to post up yesterday's live, 2nd of February live, and yesterday's live, but there's some technical difficulties. This is why I always tell everybody to record their reading, just in case there is technical difficulties. So I am, and hopefully if this is not 4 hours long, it will be able to download quicker. All right, thank God for that. I'm done with that. Let's get on with it, shall we? So I've got Nikki, I've got Diana, I've got Marcy on my list. I'm going to go straight to you lot, and then I will carry on afterwards with everybody else. So my list is still open. Nikki, thank you for waiting, sweetheart. I hope your bloody battery's charged. Angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Nikki. What does Nikki need to know? Please, in love and light, what does Nikki need to know? So Nikki, I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. I am going to try and post this live on my YouTube channel, guys, so be patient with me. I don't want to just do readings today. I had to do Vedic astrology for not only for you guys, but I needed to know what the fuck was going on with me, and why the hell was I going for all this shit. So I just had to do it, because now I know the reasons, and those 5 planets are in my energy. Now I know I can navigate better. But so far it looks like I've been doing what I was meant to be doing. But it seems to me like in the next coming month or 2 months, our psychic abilities are going to blow wide open, guys. So pay attention to those simple, subtle signs. It's important that you do so. Pay attention to the simple, subtle signs. Highly recommend it. All right, this is for Nikki. General, angels, guides, loved ones, this is for Nikki. What does Nikki need to know? The first thing that I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you, Nikki, is there may be some people that I might be a little bit jealous around you. So I feel like you might have to reevaluate relationships with certain people. I don't know if it's colleagues, co-workers, friends, maybe a lover. I'm not really sure, but I feel like if this hasn't happened yet, it needs to happen at some point to reevaluate certain things. Angels and guides and loved ones, draw close to me and my family here on TikTok and use me as a vessel to give clear, concise, loving light messages, please and thank you. Love and light. Right, so those are the first things that I'm picking up on you. I feel like there's somebody out there that could be a bit jealous of you. So be careful of who you speak your personal secrets to, who you're talking to. It's like if there's something that you want to build in your life, don't talk about it until it's done. I will say this to you. You need to be outside in Mother Nature. I also feel like you've got the energy. It's like in your ancestral line, you've got like healers and witches in your energy. I'm all about that today. So I feel like you've got healers and witches in your energy, and I feel like as I'm connecting to you, meditation would be really good for you. Accept yourself is what I'm hearing. Get rid of any ego energy. Get rid of any ego energy, and don't worry about things, because you don't take things with you when you cross over. I keep seeing so many possibilities. I keep hearing follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. These are the first things that I'm hearing as I'm connecting to you. So believe in yourself, make a choice, make a decision, is what I'm hearing. Make a choice, make a decision. And there's also a move. I don't know if you want to travel. I don't know if you want to relocate. I don't know if you want to move. You want to change area, you want to shift jobs, but there is a possible potential move in your energy. How beautiful these cards are. All right, here we go. I've got your oracle cards. I'm using Michael today. Hope you don't mind. Nikki, don't feel bound or chained to something. Don't feel bound or chained to something. Stop focusing on things that happened in the past. Look at that. You got the move card already. That's crazy. Look at that. You got the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords represents moving out of rough waters into smoother waters. Something needs to shift and change in your energy. If it doesn't, then you need to think about that. There's something about moving and relocation, and I did just say that to you. There's some sort of a move in your energy. Look at that, the World card and the Six of Swords. So the world is like the ending of something that you don't need to be there anymore. There's an ending of a cycle, the beginning of something brand new. This could represent travel and relocation, but this does indicate, Nikki, in your energy that there is some sort of a move going to happen in 2026. I also see, like, look, it could be moving from work. So something needs to change, or something is gonna. Because the Ace of Coins, again, is job, promotion, investment, new money, something coming into your energy which needs to shift and change. So if you're looking for a new job, if you're not happy in your career, or if you love your career and you're looking for more money, there could be a potential for pay rise, a promotion, or an investment. Now, things could start to shift and change for you, I can see, Nikki, in maybe 6 days. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, or the 6th of a month, where things will start to shift and change. You might even see that number everywhere you go, because that could represent like a time frame. I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, there's a younger masculine around you. So depending on your situation in relationships, this could be a lover or a friend. Could be somebody that you could be partnering up with around the work arena or collaborating with, because it's next to the Ace of Coins. I'm also seeing, as I'm connecting to you, I'm telling you, everybody in here, psychic abilities are about to blow wide open. Meditation is key. Ever since I started meditating again, because I didn't really have the time when I was in Philippines and dealing with my mum, and I started going to meditation, I'm starting to see everything. So the High Priestess, and this is what I was saying to everybody in the room when I was doing Vedic astrology, it feels to me like everybody in 2026 is going to have some sort of an awakening. The High Priestess is the one who can see without seeing. So pay attention to subtle signs, symbols, and synchronicities as I'm connecting to you, Nikki. You've also got Victory. So if you're looking for recognition and you want to have some sort of control or power or be the boss, it is in your energy field, because the Six of Wands is being awarded, the recognition that you've been looking for. This is the energy, and something has to change, Nikki. I don't know what it is. You should. So the Death card represents big changes, a transformation. This is like the crow energy with me. It's like the crow when I saw the crow. So the Death card represents, you know, moving on, rebirth, transformation, endings to the new beginning, and then anchoring your reading. You've got, oh, look at that, the Ace of Wands. So you've got a whole bunch of aces in your energy for 2026. So you've got a lot of things to look forward to. So you've got the Ace of Wands and you've got the Ace of Coins. This is all new beginnings, new opportunities around work, around love. This is all in your energy, right? This is all in your energy. So I am seeing new beginnings, Nikki. Look at that. Look at that. I love it when the cards align. Look at that. A new start is coming. Wow. Are you ready though for the shift? And then I've got Archangel Michael, detached from the situation. So in order to have a new beginning, you have to let go of something that doesn't serve you. And then you've also got situation. So it says here, sometimes we find ourselves stuck in a tricky situation or caught up in somebody else's drama. How can you heal the situation? What can you do to help matters flow better? Know when it's time to help and time to walk away. Walk away. New beginnings, new opportunities, new changes. So you have a whole bunch of new beginnings coming your way, Nikki. The question is, are you ready and open for them? Because if you're not ready and open for them, then it's going to be really uncomfortable when you're supposed to be shifting and moving and you haven't shifted and moved. Does that make sense? So I am seeing Capricorn in your energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Scorpio. Damn right you claim it. Diana, if you'd like to get on my list is way open. It is so open. It is, as usual, the carousel. Because why is he aggressive lately? Because of all the planetary alignments. Mental anxiety. And this is like, he's autistic, right? This is like even for normal people. Like, I'm losing the plot. Not like completely, but you know what I mean. Grieving my mum still. Weena, you're on my list. And it's not because of anything else, Diana. It's because of the planetary alignments. Yeah. See, I can't get away with punching my siblings in the face because, you know, that would be wrong. It's because this is, I don't know if you were here for the Vedic astrology, but there is like 5 planets in Capricorn. Everything is fucked. It's intense. And we're supposed to go through these hard experiences because it's for evolution. Vedic astrology, there's too many planets going on in one star sign. And when that happens, it affects everybody's psyche, emotions, mental emotions, spiritual emotions, physical emotions. I mean, I'm having dreams of negative entities. And it wasn't that they came in to hurt me. They came in for me to observe. And I'm supposed to face my fears. So yeah, I get it. It's for nothing else, just the planetary alignments, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Diana need to know, please? Let me get your guided message, Diana. So the first thing that I feel as I'm connecting to you is you can't control everything, so you need to be the one to slow down. If you could do some sort of meditation, not with Kaz, but when he's around and you're like sitting on the floor, doing some meditation, you'll pique his curiosity. And what will happen is your energy flow will seep into his energy and he's going to look at you and he's going to be like watching you and he's going to do what you're doing. So it's and then having meditation music in the background, you know, like this one. Having some calm meditation music in the background. Put the volume up so he can hear it and he'll be drawn to that. So it's like you're not doing it, you're trying not to get his attention, but you are doing it to get his attention. He watches everyone. So why do you think I said that? Why do you think I said that? Why do you think I said meditate and you will pique his curiosity and he'll copy you? So when you're listening to music and you're sitting there with your eyes closed, that will calm the energy flow. Because it's so hectic right now. And the only thing that's going to be able to ground everybody's energy with such intense energies going on right now, I'm just letting you know that this is the best time literally to do some sort of form of meditation. He will mimic you, so meditate. If you feel like his behavior is erratic and you don't know why, now you know why. Because the energy, because the planetary alignments. All right. Slow down is what I heard. I know it's like you're trying, and I feel like there's a part of you that's like, I'm done, like I'm so tired. There's a feeling of it, but obviously you're never going to give up. I feel like the universe, there's like a major life change around you. It's like the time is right for changes in your life, to find joy, a change in lifestyle, bringing joy into your energy. I feel like there's going to be more of a trouble-free experience as I'm connecting with you. I also feel like romantic energy, and I know you're asking about Kaz, but the answer to that is the planetary alignments. I also feel like he needs to be entertained. Hello, Namsa. All right. What do you need to know, Diana? I already knew the answer to that question without the cards. It's the planetary alignments. That's because I would like to smack a few people, I'm not going to lie. But I can't get away with it. Kaz kind of can. Because this energy with the 5 planets in Capricorn causes emotional instability, mental anguish. It's just really, really intense. You have to have the patience of Mother Teresa, because everything that you're planning, everything that you're trying to build is going to grow. You just have to be patient, because the 7 of Coins is a patient card. This also represents financial abundance coming your way at some point. I know we're talking about Kaz, but the answer to your question without the cards is because of the planetary alignment. You are going to be guided. You are going to be guided. Sometimes you might feel like you're alone in this, or you feel like you're not really sure what to do, but just listen to your heart, because the universe is guiding you to do what you need to do, and you're going to do the best that you can do. I don't feel like this is not going to last forever. Whatever is going on with everybody in the world and Kaz, it's not going to last forever, because the 8 of Wands is like rapid movement. It's a shift. We're going to be in this energy for about 2 months, I'm not going to lie. But it's something that we all have to experience, because we all need to evolve and grow. Kaz is on a different sort of frequency. I mean, he's on a more higher vibration than any of us. He's on a more higher vibration than any of us. Anytime your child has some sort of, I don't know how to, like, people will say it's a disability. I don't see that. I see it as a superpower. So when you have like ADHD, that's actually a superpower. Autism is a superpower. There's hypersensitive people. So 8 of Wands represents speed, necessary changes. When you are patient enough, everything will shift and change when it's time. Divine timing. You've got to focus on yourself, focus on money, work, and career. I see it that way too, and it's such a blessing. Yes. So I am seeing that you've got to work on yourself. You can help as many people as you can to a certain degree, but then you need to focus on yourself, because the 8 of Coins is doing something that you love to do. The 8 of Coins, so it's actually going up in stages. So you've got the 7 of Coins and the 8 of Coins. So there's some sort of money stability in your energy. It could come in 8 days, weeks, months, or the 8th of a month, depending on where your energy's flow is at. There's a lot of expansion in your energy as well. So the 3 of Wands is expansion, collaboration. It's about partnering up. You're waiting for something before you move forward, but there is an indication here of travel in all of the cards that are out so far. Oh, 100% travel. Look at that. So whatever it is that you're going through, and you may deem it as a little bit tiring or a bit draining, it's not going to last long. I feel like things are going to start to pick up and feel better. I do feel with this karma card, because the Wheel of Fortune again is a very good fortune card. It's a good luck card. It's taking a gamble card. It's a travel card. Relocation, a new vehicle card. It's good karma. It's a very good karmic energy. And then you've got the Ace of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. So like, say if you're not looking for a relationship, or you're happy being single, this is like emotional fulfillment where you are. If you are looking for love, this is also an indication of some sort of love, intimacy, or a relationship. But I will say this. If there is love lined up for you, the universe can pick up 1% of you not ready for it. So they won't send in the love. It's like it will happen when you least expect it. And you have to be ready for it. I always think I'm ready for it, but I know I'm not. I know I'm not. The caring, nurturing, mothering woman. The empath. The one who can feel everything at an extremely high octave. So when you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, you have to be very careful of where you put your energy. Because even when it's in family members, it will drain you. So this is why I'm saying to you, you have to slow down. You have to learn to slow down. Learn to slow down. So your guided message is, emotions are running high right now. Energy healing work. Remember when I said to you, meditate? Look, this angel's got their hands together. Meditation will cleanse the energy. And then you've got the journey card. So this says, the journey is just as important as the destination. Take time. This is patience. Savor. Notice your surroundings. Take a deep breath. This is why I said to you, slow down and really breathe. Your journey defines you. Believe in your journey and believe in you. So that's your guided message. Believe in your journey and believe in you. I need to use another set of cards. These are not shuffling as good as I want them to. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius in your energy. I've got a bit of Capricorn on the table as well. What a shame. These cards are so beautiful, but they're so not very good to shuffle. Diana, I hope that helps you in some way. I really hope so. All right, let's try these cards. Marcy. Angels, guides, loved ones for Marcy. What does Marcy need to know, please, in love and light? Marcy. Will you receive tax refund this year? My list is open. After Marcy, I've got Weena. And then my list is open. I might not keep it open for long. I've been up for 48 hours. I haven't even slept for an hour. I'm going to read for everybody in the room. Hopefully it's steady at 15. All right, here we go. Will you receive tax refund this year? Wow. That's a yes. Material happiness, joyous outcome, success, victory. So for this question, I've got a yes. Stop thinking about it. This is conflict. Conflict in your head. Will I not? Am I going to get it? When, where, how? Everything will come to you in divine timing, in the right timing. So I've got a yes for that. All right, so let's get into your reading. So the first thing that I'm hearing is you need to declutter some stuff. Get rid of old stuff in your house. Get rid of things that you don't need anymore. Get rid of personal belongings that you don't need. Give it to charity. Let go of old correspondence and objects or people that you no longer want in your life. It's time for you to remove some stuff. I also feel like you need to keep daydreaming. Like, keep daydreaming, keep dreaming, because if you don't dream, then you can't manifest. See it, feel it, and then manifest and co-create it. I also feel like you need to keep talking to your angels and your guides and your loved ones. I also feel like sometimes there's a feeling around you where I feel like I'm being ignored or I'm not seen. And I feel like, don't worry about that. Everybody can see you. Get rid of toxic relationship. When I say everybody, I mean loved ones, angels and guides. Get rid of any toxic relationships. Incompatible people that doesn't match your energy frequency. Get rid of any drama or argumentative people that just use and abuse you. And I also feel, and I don't care if it's colleagues, co-workers or friends, and I'm also seeing as I'm connecting to you, I don't know whether you're in a connection or not, but I do have a soulmate, but I don't know if you're ready. Like, you've got to get rid of sadness, insecurities in order for unity and a connection as I'm connecting to you. But that seems to be in your energy field, a relationship. These cards, on these silky cards like these, they're beautiful, but they're not good to shuffle, I tell you. Single, okay. And this is why I said I feel like you've got a soulmate energy around you, but I'm not sure if you're ready. The Four of Coins is somebody always holding and blocking their heart chakra. It's like you want that long-term sense of security. You want intimacy. You want stability. You want structure. But then you're afraid of it. Maybe you're afraid that you have to change if you get into a relationship. And I understand that when you're in a relationship, you have to compromise. And sometimes I feel like I don't want to compromise. You have to love me for who I am. Love me for being, you know, a hairy back Mary. You know. There's going to be an opportunity coming your way as well in 2026. A choice. There are going to be two roads for you. Because when you got the Two of Wands, it talks about travel plans and waiting for something before you make a choice. Crossroads. I don't know whether you're in this energy right now, but you're going to have an opportunity or a choice. So it's like, which direction are you going to want to go in? I'm also seeing as I'm connecting to you, I've got the Chariot. This talks about a vehicle. But not only does it talk about the vehicle, it talks about the balancing of the yin and the yang energy. This represents like taking action, the change, a new journey, even a new vehicle if you wanted one. I am seeing as I'm connecting to you as well, I've got a man. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Like I said, there's a soulmate around you. But in order to bring this energy in, you've got to get rid of any insecurities that you're holding on to. A person, a thought, a pain, the pain. God is going to give you a new opportunity around work, finances, money, new income, new money. A new opportunity is coming your way, and it could be to do with study, education, or again, money, pay rise, or even a promotion in your energy in 2026. Opportunities and choices. You do still, this is what I'm saying, release some stuff. Drama, argumentative energy, incompatible people, because the Ten of Wands always is a representation of you carrying heavy energy. Carrying stuff from the past and carrying it into your present and then into your future. And then you've got the Star card. You are asking for something, praying for something. And if you want to receive it sooner rather than later, you kind of need to get out of your own way and manifest the right way, because the Star card is a representation of hopes and miracles, having faith in your dreams, letting go of your ego. And this is what this energy that I was talking about with the Vedic astrology, this is what this energy is ultimately about. Letting go of the old you, shedding your old skin. So, look at that. Surrender to divine in order for the change. Surrender to divine. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. Archangel Michael, forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. And then you got embrace change. It says, be brave. Opportunities are coming your way. Look at that. Be brave. Opportunities are coming your way. Don't be afraid of change. I said that. You don't be afraid of change. You're afraid that nothing's going to change. Don't be afraid of change. Believe in the divine. They have a great... Shut the front door. Believe in the divine. Surrender to the divine. They have a great plan. Let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of your past and say, I am ready. It's all synced in. This whole reading is all synced up. That's crazy. So I've got Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and I've got Cancer, Pisces in your reading. Anchoring your reading. Focus on your money, your work, and your career. Eight of Coins is mastering your craft and doing something that you love to do in terms of the work, your own job, your own business. So you definitely got opportunities around finances because you got free money cards on the table. So I hope that helps you, Marcy. Love and light to you, sweetie. Weena, you're next on my list. Once I'm done with Weena, I will be able to read for everybody in the room. I haven't slept for 48 hours, guys. So if none of you want a reading and I get through to 15 people, I'm out. I'm so tired. Have you ever not slept for 48 hours? That's not normal, is it? Those bloody planetary alignment. Piss off. Oh, are ya? You've been feeling that way, have ya? Feeling lethargic? Is it because of the planetary alignments? It's messing with everybody's head, messing with everyone's emotions. All right. Angels, guides, loved ones for Weena. The first thing that I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you is you're talking about feeling lethargic, and I'm hearing twists and turns. You will have carefully made out plans, and then certain things have been thrown out of the window, but there is major life changes that is going to surround you during this time frame. So make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the energy that's coming towards you. I also feel as I'm connecting to you, you need to elevate your energy. So if you are feeling lethargic, go and dance, do some Zumba. Spend some time with family, in a circle. Buy some sunflowers. Restore and renew your hope, your faith. Expect your manifestations to come sooner rather than later. Turn that energy into something more positive. You have free will. So you can linger in the energy of feeling lethargic, or you could be like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, you need to dance. You need to dance and be in Mother Nature, because I feel like dancing will get rid of that feeling. Hey, Patty. You dancing is going to get rid of that energy. I feel it. I feel like you need to dance. I don't know if you need to belly dance or Zumba, but you need to do some sort of dancing. That's what I'm hearing, in order to get rid of that emotions or those feelings. Oh, I'm not worried about you. Not one little bit. You might be feeling that way, and that's okay. You can honor your feelings. You're allowed to feel that way, but you're not allowed to stay in that feeling for 2 months. It's like I got news yesterday that somebody that I love and care about, who's my mum's best friend, was diagnosed with cancer. So I cried to my baby girl. I was upset about it. But then I was like, I can't be in this energy for too long. I got to get out of it. Can't be in there for too long. Right. So let's see what's going on with you. What? Who the hell are these people? Right, so I've got a couple of men in your energy. Lovers, friends, people you could be collaborating with, working with later on down the line. I've got 2 of them who's going to be very intelligent, very smart, very optimistic, very good at talking, very like intellectual, smart, all of that. These 2. And then I've got somebody else in here who's very emotional, very sensitive, very tolerant, very empathic, leader-like energy, but also very psychic and got very intuitive abilities. I'm also seeing that this energy definitely is not going to last long. There is definitely going to be a shift. My God. Oh my God. Look at all of these majors. So not everything is as it seems. The moon card. This is you. I've been saying, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I've been saying that psychic abilities are going to blow wide open for everybody, and dreams and visions and astro traveling out of your body. These are all going to happen at some point. The moon card is always a distortion, but the moon card is very psychic, very mediumistic. So you're able to see without seeing. I highly recommend that if you are feeling this way, you kind of need to write it down on the paper. It's a way of purging. It's a way of purging and letting go some stuff. I also feel like as I'm connecting to you, there's going to be some sort of clarity. The Judgment is the wake-up call card. It's Archangel Gabriel. It is life purpose energy. It's making a decision about something. And then I've got the Wheel of Fortune as well in your energy. This is all like 4 major arcana cards right here. So the Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. It's good luck. So things are going to shift and change in your favor sooner rather than later, I see. And look at that. Oh, by the way, Sun and Moon is a divine counterpart. So 2026, you could meet your match. Somebody that matches your energy frequency, because the Sun and the Moon are lovers. This is divine feminine. The Sun, divine feminine, is the Moon, because, you know, women are just so mysterious. And men is just out there. I love my boys, but yeah. So whether you're in a relationship, look at these. These are all major arcana cards. You have 4. That's very intense energy. So when you've got major arcana cards on the table and then you've got the Sun and the Moon, there's like a lot of shifts and changes. And I'm not surprised. All of these major arcana cards represent like the astrological placements in Capricorn right now. So you've got a lot of shifts in your energy. And anchoring your reading, we have stability, structure, money and financial gain, solo and luxury pleasures, self-sufficiency, 9 of coins. So your guided message is confidence is key to success. Trust and believe. Trust and believe me. You're gonna need me. And you got relax. It says, give yourself a break. Believe in the divine. Trust the process. Ask, believe, receive, and relax. Let your current take you. You are exactly where you need to be right now. So this is nostalgic thing that you're feeling. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got every star sign here. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Leo. So, honey, I ain't worried about you. You're good to go. I've got no one on my list because I have been awake for 48 hours. I'm going to keep my list open for another 20 minutes. And then, once I've read for everybody, I'm going to see if I can fall asleep and possibly not have a nightmare. Okay. Let's scroll to the top. I'm so over you, go get lost. Boy, who do you think that you are? Delmain. Angels and guides and loved ones. This is for Delmain. What does Delmain need to know, please? In love and light. Delmain, general. Delmain, general. I think I overuse these cards. That's why they're not very good to the shuffle. Delmain. 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. Things are going to shift and change in your favor. Look at that. Look at all that money, 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 money. Money. Play the lottery, get a scratch card. Don't care what you do. Do something around that energy. 10 of coins. 10 of coins is money. Legacy, inheritance, financial gain, prosperity, focusing on retirement. I'm seeing balance and moderation and harmony and being patient because everything good comes to those who wait. I see emotional fulfillment, contentment, a blessing later on when it comes to family or connections or relationships. Anchoring your reading, you do have the Hermit. And the Hermit is telling me to tell you that you need to go and do some sort of deep soul searching, spending some time on your own, being out in Mother Nature. This is the energy that is attached to you, Delmain. So really go inwards and think about what it is that you need. And please, by the love of God, get a scratch card, woman. Get a scratch card because look at all them coins. Look at that. Your guided message is radiant, joy, light, and beauty. Something to look forward to, right? Trust and believe in Okay. Ooh. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh, sorry, guys. I did Vedic astrology today, so if you guys are wanting to watch that, I'm going to do my very best to upload all of it on my YouTube channel, but I do need you to be patient, please, and thank you. Fred. Angels, guides, loved ones. Oh, much better. What does Fred need to know, please, in love and light? That bookcase was not easy to build, I tell you, and carry yourself is so heavy. But you know, I'm like Superwoman. Fred. Fred, there's going to be an opportunity coming your way. Could be around work. And I feel like you need to really breathe in to make that decision. But there is going to be a choice that you're going to have to make, or a compromise. But there is going to be something that you're going to have to decide somewhere in the future. Be logic of mind, be strategic, make plans, say what you need to say when you need to say it. And I also feel like there may be a feminine energy that might need your attention on some level, need your help or need your attention. I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, things in the mind are going to start to feel a little bit lighter and feel a bit better, because when the Eight of Swords is upside down, it represents feeling released and liberated, new hope and escaping and a sense of freedom. This is the energy that is attached to you during this time frame. So I feel like shifts and change for you, Fred, an opportunity and a choice, and a female energy that needs your help or assistance to some degree. And then I've got the health card, and it says body care, lifestyle, nurturing. So red, wearing red socks, red boxes will ground your energy into Mother Earth, because red is the base chakra. Red is the base chakra. So Fred, I hope that helps you in some way. Keshni, is my energy aligning with my best path right now? Keshni. Yes. There's this energy is about working on yourself. This energy is about meeting people. This energy is about going through stuff so you can teach other people what you've gone through. And then they can go through it and they can learn from you. There's an opportunity to collaborate with 2 or 3 people. I've got 2 masculines here on the table. So you could be collaborating with these people at some point. They could be lovers or friends. 3 of Coins talks about finances and money. 3 of Coins talks about teamwork, brushing up on your skills and your craftsmanship. And then I've got the Knight of Coins, which always talks about money coming your way. Slow and steady wins the race. The King of Cups, again, could be somebody that you could be working with. I feel like you need to feel joy in everything that you're doing. And I feel like don't save some money is what I'm hearing. And I also feel, as I'm connecting to you, it's like that desire for stability and structure and security, you will have it. You got it. You'll have it. It's already in the orbit. And then your guided message is forgiveness, let go, resolution, compassion. And you've got the green energy. It's the heart chakra. Green is the heart. Guided message over the next few months. Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Nomsa need to know, please, for the next few months? You might have some challenges in the next few months, but it's nothing that you can't handle. The challenges could be that you need to cut out negative thoughts, words, situations, people, negative way of thinking, self-defeating beliefs about yourself, possibly cutting out some negative energy, masculine energy that don't need to be around you. They could be colleagues, lovers or friends, or somebody in the family that is coming across negative in some way, and you don't need to be attached or associate yourself with this energy. I also feel, as I'm connecting to you, I mean, in order for you to feel peace of mind, you need to get out of the ego and stay away from these people that will bring up that sort of ego energy within you, shall we say. So the Judgment card is some sort of a wake-up call in the next few months. This is the wake-up call, knowing what your life purpose, knowing what you're supposed to do here. Somebody might come and give you insight. You also need to pay attention to your visions and your dreams. I also feel like this is very mediumistic energy, which is what I was trying to tell everybody in the room. The next 2 months is a very intense energy, and there are things that are going to happen in your life that can't be avoided, because everything that you've been suppressing or not dealing with, it's going to come into your face, and you're going to have to look it in the eye and tell it to piss off. Breaking free. It says cleanse, release and surrender, and breaking the chains that bind you, Nomsa. What did I say? So getting rid of certain situations, people, even if you can't see it right now, something might come about in the work arena. Something might happen with family members. And all you need to do when I give you the reading is know how to navigate through the situation by being like, yeah, Anna told me about this. Bye. I'm not going to be here anymore. I don't want to associate myself with you guys. I'm out. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of energy. Patty, hi, Anna. Anything I need to know? Any guides, loved ones? What does Patty need to know? Please, in love and light. There's going to be a choice or a decision coming your way as well. There seems to be love in your energy, but all later on. Love, 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 love. Emotional contentment, fulfillment, relationship, possible marriage. Tapping into the spiritual part of yourself, a spiritual connection, but it's all coming in later on. Not losing hope or faith in God, the universe. This is about a time for you to spend some time on your own. Introspection, soul searching. You're already on the right path. Find the light in your heart and follow that light. Everything we all ever really need to know is already within us. There's love in your energy, but again, when it's upside down, it's in your orbit, but it feels like it's coming in later on. So this is the time for, this is the time, so there's more than one card. This is the time to really focus on you, because there are going to be events in our lives in the next 2 months that are going to be happening, and challenges that are going to happen, and we're going to have to, so anytime there is any challenges in the next 2 months, this is happening because of the planetary alignments. Prayers, faith, communion, thought, answers. If you're looking for answers, everything is always within you. I always say this. All the answers that you ever need and all the answers that you're ever looking for is always within you. And I always say to everybody, you don't need me. Gemma, General, what do I need to know? Gemma. I feel very emotional when I'm in your energy. I'm very emotional, and it could be emotionally confused. It could be because of the planetary alignments, like I was saying. I've got an older masculine coming your way. If he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. Could be a lover or a friend. I feel like I need to stop looking back at something, or I need to stop worrying about something. And I also feel like if a door closes, another door is going to open. I also feel like as I'm connecting to you, there's going to be like a lot of emotional fulfillment, and I feel like you need to watch out for the white feathers. I also feel like I'm seeing love in your energy. So depending on your current situation, or even in the situation you're in, it's either a leveling up of a current relationship, or new romance or romantic partnership proposal, or someone coming into your matrix at some point is what I'm feeling as I'm connecting into your energy, Gemma. The Strength card, stronger than you think you are. Power, courage, resilience. Have the courage to say no. Have the courage to move forward. You've got yellow and orange energy. So the yellow and orange energy is the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. Trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. Care Bear, will I get my top-up money? Will you get your top-up money? Will you get your top-up money? Ace of Coins. New beginnings, new opportunities, money, investment, pay rise, promotion. I say yes, because the Ace of Coins is the money card. And then anchoring your reading. Don't worry about it. Like I feel like you should stop thinking about it. This is about turning your back on the thought of maybe not getting it. Because I feel like you're going to get it. I feel like there's going to be a celebration around you. I feel like you're going to feel contentment. When you do get it, feel contentment now. Because if you have contentment now, you're going to emanate that energy right out there. And then look, home. Home is where the heart is. Safe haven, location, warmth. This is the base chakra, ground. Money energy is always related to red. Because red is the base chakra. Red is where the groin is. Red is the physical earth. So you've got to stop worrying about the physical plane and finances and money. And if it's not worry, but curiosity killed the cat. Just don't think about it. It will happen when it's supposed to happen. But I have a yes in regards to this question. I do have a yes. Bella. Will I pass my test on the 6th of March? I would have already had known the answer to that question. Tracker, you're on my list. For me, I got a no. And the reason why I got a no is because you got a lot of doubt. Your emotions, your thoughts, your worries, and your fear about the test on 6th of March is showing me that you're not in high hopes. The funny thing is, though, you can change the energy frequency around this test on the 6th of March. And this is a vehicle. This is driving. This is a new vehicle. This is a car. And it's upside down. So you have the potential to shift and change the energy. Because right now I've got a no. Because the Wheel of Fortune is upside down. 8 of Wands is upside down. And it's because this is upright. It's like you're so worried about it that if I don't pass, I'm so stressed out about it. Or what happens if I have to do it again? Oh, well. Get back up and persevere. You fail, you carry on, you get back on and you do it again. The 6 of Cups is like worries and fear, because usually when the 6 of Cups is here, it's like you're living in the path in unrealistic expectations, or you feel like it's never going to happen. And if you say it's never going to happen, then it isn't. I feel like you have the capability, the mindset. See, I would have never said, will I pass? Because that tells me that you're in the energy of uncertainty. For me, if it's a driving lesson, for example, I was like, I'm really nervous. What happened if I don't pass? I failed. And then with my driving lessons, the second time round, I was like, I'm going to get a car. I'm going to pass. And I passed. Look at that. Look at that. 5 of... I got a no with you. Are you going to pass? Because you have to change the way you see it. I've got fear, I've got anxiety, jealousy, temper. Green is the heart chakra. Open up your heart. Open up your heart. And you see, when you expand the heart energy, all the wonderful possibilities. Can I have a general reading? 1111. You can change the energy. I would have never asked somebody, am I going to pass? I would have said, I am. I will. Will is free will. Will I pass? I will pass. Change the way you say the words. Will I pass implies that you don't think you will. You have some fear attached to it. I will pass is confident. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pass because I need to pass. I want to pass. I will pass. 1111. You need to get a lottery ticket or a scratch card. Look at all this cash. Oh my lordy lord. Look at all that cash. Free of coins, partnering up, collaboration, brushing up on your current skills. 10 of coins, solo and luxury pleasures, legacy, inheritance, retirement, financial gain, prosperity, good news, a message, an offer, anchoring your reading. 1111, shut the front door. What? Ah, look at all of this cash. Everything you planted is going to come to fruition. No shit. Look at that. Patience is a virtue. What you're working on is going to come to fruition. Babies, good news, a message, an offer. Something bigger and better is coming your way. All right, Tracker, you're next on my list. time to do some reflection, 1111. It says memories, observation, contemplation. So I feel like you've got some good money energy attached to you, honey. So manifest, manifest, manifest until your knickers fall off. That's what I want to do. All right. Tracker. I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. I have not slept for 24 hours. No, 48 hours. Tracker. Tracker, I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. Okay, I'm going to leave my list open for another 1 minute and 21 seconds. Once my alarm goes off, I'm closing my list. All right, here we go. All right, tracker, I'm going to do a general reading, okay, until I can see your question. Angels, guides, loved ones, what does tracker need to know, please, in love and light? The first thing that I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you is that you need to recharge. You need to recharge, let go, breathe out, clear your mind. I need you to also be mindful about the money that you're spending. I also feel like I have to say to you, tracker, that you have to persevere. General, okay. I also feel like you need to persevere, keep moving forward. I also feel like I have to tell you to go out into Mother Nature. I also feel like there's a back and forth energy, but this is why I feel like I need to let go, breathe, recharge, clear my mind, because you might be stuck in some sort of an illusion and then the energy feels a bit distorted or unbalanced. And if that's the case, then yes, you do need to recharge, breathe and let go, reboot and persevere and keep moving forward. Okay. You might be going back and forth about a few things, juggling, multitasking, weighing up options, but there's a need for you to find some sort of balance and equilibrium with this card. I feel like it's better for you to do it sooner rather than later, because the Eight of Wands talks about speed, necessary changes, it talks about travel, it talks about movement, it talks about air travel. So this is about making a choice or a decision. This is about making a choice or a decision, and it's about aligning to the things that you're asking for something. Right, my list is closed. Please don't gift me any more, guys. Hold on a second, let me just close it off. What the hell? Okay, so there is something that there's a decision or a choice that you're going to have to make at some point. The messages for you is save some money or watch where you put your money. There's a need for you to tap into the spiritual part of yourself. This is about spirituality. This is a spiritual connection. This is having more intimacy in the current relation that you're in. It talks about renewing your vows or having a more soul connection with the person that you're currently with. There is some good news coming your way is what I can see. A message or an offer as I'm connecting to you. A message, an offer, something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. And I'm also seeing the Hermit keeps coming out for everybody. Soul searching, going within for that personal quest for truth and clarity. You're on the right path and you're on the right road, but you just need to keep going. Persevere, keep going. I'm also seeing that you need to play the lottery or get a scratch card, because I've got the 10 of coins here. And the 10 of coins is always legacy, inheritance and retirement. And it talks about stability and structure and prosperity and buying the home and a house and buying a land. And look, there is more money in your energy. So you've got the 2 of coins, you've got the 10 of coins, and you've got the Knight of coins. So there is definitely something more in terms of finances and stability coming into your energy. If you've been waiting for a pay rise or a promotion, everything, the good things come to those who wait. That's why I said persevere. And then you've got the 9 of Wands anchoring your reading. And the 9 of Wands is perseverance, perspective. It represents healthy boundaries, and persistence. Keep going is basically what your reading is about. Look at that. New beginnings and a fresh start. You've also got the answers that you need are coming. And your guided message, you've got the stagnant water card. That's why I say keep going. Sometimes without realizing it, the grass can grow around your feet. You get stuck in a rut. Don't let life and opportunities pass you by. Every day is a gift for you to make a difference. So you can make a difference. You just have to make a choice or a decision about something and things will start to come into focus. So I have got Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces in your energy. So I hope that helps you in some way. Make good choices. Make good choices. My list is closed, guys. Please don't give me any more. I haven't slept for 48 hours. I'm going to have to repost it if you guys don't know why. I will repost it so you can watch my live. I'm still trying to post up the other lives that I've done. I'm scrolling up, guys, so be patient with me because I want to go in order as I've received the comments. Okay. Any news on a job for my son? Did you ask me this? You asked me something similar yesterday, right? Angels, guys, loved ones, any news on a job for Purple D's son? There is going to be an opportunity for him, but it's later on. That he's going to have to get up and he's going to have to make moves. There is going to be a choice and an opportunity coming for him around the work arena, but this is all coming in later on. There is a job. Somebody's going to offer him a job, but again, later on. The Knight of Coins is the slowest moving coin and the slowest moving knight. So it's kind of like you have to wait for divine timing. And when your son does get that job, there will be a celebration, happy moments, family reunion, something to celebrate. And there's also some sort of gathering, anniversary, birthday or a celebration around you. So something to celebrate. Anchoring the reading again, I've got the Knight of Coins. He will make his money and he will have a job. He will find his job. There's going to be two choices for him. But it's like you have to be patient because it's not going to come when you want it. It has to come on his timeline. Grounding your energy, stepping out in nature, outdoors, animal environment. I get where you're coming from, but you have to understand that everybody has their timeline. There's a timeline for everyone. And if he's not ready, it won't come to him yet. Midwest, any messages? Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Midwest need to know, please? In love and light. You got to let go of something that doesn't serve you. A thought, a feeling, emotion, a person, negative way of thinking, self-defeating beliefs. You got to let go. You got to let go. Because holding on so tightly is not making room for new stuff. It could be money worries. It could be worrying about stability or structure. It could be whatever factor of worry that you're in. The death card is upside down. You need to let it go for the transformation. I've also got two masculines around you. So if they're not here yet, oh, sorry, one masculine. And I've got money, pay rise, promotion, good news, and offer, study, education in your energy. It seems like you've got a lot of coins in your energy during this time frame. So I feel like, again, it could relate to money, study, education, a message, a lover. I've got a yes. You need to be more optimistic than pessimistic. Look at that. Positive, probable, optimistic, and thumbs up from the universe. So whatever it is that you're asking for, it's a yes if you can let go of what you're holding on to. Jacqueline, any messages for March? Are you shouting at me? Because every time somebody puts capital letters, I feel like somebody's having a go at me. Angels, guides, loved ones. What does Jacqueline? Jacqueline, are you here? I see you. What does Jacqueline need to know? Please, in love and light. Walk away from something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. A person, a situation, a negative way of thinking. Always thinking about the same sort of thoughts that you were thinking about 5 months ago, a year ago. There is healing being done underneath the surface of things. Jacqueline, I need you to ground your energy into Mother Earth, because there's an opportunity for money, work, collaboration, and partnership. This is a resourceful and domestically skilled queen. So there is some sort of finances in your energy once you walk away from something that doesn't work for you anymore, a thought, a feeling. And then I've got a younger masculine around you, so if he's not here yet, he's coming in. Could be a lover, could be a friend. You'll know when this person gets here. Your guided message is blessings, miracles, divine faith, divine intervention coming your way. When you believe in miracles and you get out of the way, what will happen is the universe can start doing what it needs to do for you. Surrendering is the best thing to do when something is out of your control. And make the best of every day. Anything that you need to know, Ray, angels, guides, loved ones, what does Ray need to know, please? In love and light. Look what I'm looking at. I want to be there, making love to a sweet man. I want to be right there. Ray. Angels, guides, loved ones. And smoking a doobie. Okay. Anything I need to know? Ray. Trust and listen to your intuition. Your intuition is on point. If you're not listening to it, and I said this in the beginning of the live, everybody's intuitive psychic abilities are going to open wide in 2026. There is money, good news, a message, an offer, something around a pay rise or a promotion, and possibly the birthing of a child. I'm also seeing, as I'm connecting to you, the Sun card. So whatever you're trying to manifest this year, make sure you're listening to your intuition, and you're going to manifest material happiness, joyous outcomes, success, and victory. And look at that. Whatever you're praying for, wishing for, and asking for is going to come to fruition if you believe it so. You have to believe it so in order to receive it sooner rather than later. Look at that. Higher power. I said psychic abilities. Look at that. Higher power. High priestess. It says source, infinite, universe. So this is the purple energy, the crown chakra. Listen to your energy frequency, because the universe is going to try and communicate with you for your dreams and through your visions. Okay, fab. Any messages from my mum? I know she's trying to. Why can't you hear her? Are you forcing to hear the message? Are you trying so hard to listen to the message? Because trying defeats the purpose of calm energy. So there's no such thing as death. I feel healthy and happy. Mum, are you all right? You're in your Magi energy, but why is the Magician upside down? You might be wasting energy on things that you don't need to waste your energy on. Magician is upside down. Focus on all the positive things that you want, and then you'll start manifesting. Are you walking away from something or someone or a thought or a feeling, or are you still stuck in that energy? Because if you're still stuck in that energy, then it's like you can have a new beginning, but it's going to come with a little bit of muck. So, and there's also love being sent to you. This is something that you've been unconsciously or consciously manifesting. So know this. When our parents are on the other side and my parents are on the other side, you know what kind of man I want, so send him my way. So it's like you got to wait, because love will come to you, because anchoring your reading, there is love energy here. I listen to very subtle signs and symbols and synchronicities when I connect to my mother. Sometimes she's very harsh when she comes at me with her messages, but it seems to me like you've got some sort of new beginning, fab. Mental clarity, new challenges, new beginning, but I need you to be manifesting in the right sort of way. Because don't manifest when you're sad, worried, fearful, angry, pissed off. Don't do that. And you have to be patient. Everything happens in divine timing. There is an order and a cycle to things, so be patient. That's the message from your mother. Be patient. Maria, angels, guides, loved ones, what does Maria need to know, please? I am reading for everybody in the room, and I ain't leaving until I get to every single person at least once. Just bear with me, guys. I'm starting to feel the sleep because I haven't slept for 48 hours. And it's because of the planetary alignments. There is 5 planets right now in Capricorn, and I'm Capricorn. Maria, energy looks great for you. So this is about money, pay rise, promotion. You are self-sufficient, domestically skilled queen, resourceful, practical, could be a leader. The Fool card represents a clean slate, new beginnings, travel and relocation, a holiday, taking a leap of faith, and then anchoring your reading. Let go a little bit. I feel like you're going to get out of, I feel like you're going to, I just got a job. Yeah, but you could be a boss because she's a boss. The Queen of Coins is a boss. She don't work for nobody. At some point, you might direct your energy into your own thing. But there is also an opportunity for you to travel. I don't know if you're planning to travel, you want to travel, but there's also an opportunity in 2026 for you to travel. And you've got a soulmate coming in as well. Bond, kindred, connection. This is the, you've got the yellow and orange together. So this is the solar, sacral chakra and the solar plexus. Trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. These are the energies attached to you. Christina, angels, guides, loved ones. I would love to have a glass of wine, but maybe I should. Because every time I drink alcohol, I get a headache. And if I haven't slept for 48 hours, surely maybe I should just have some chamomile tea like an old granny. Like the grandma that I am. All right. Christina. There are going to be some challenges in the next 2 months because of the planetary alignments. So I'm going to help you to navigate through it by letting you know that you're going to have, you're going to need healthy boundaries. Persevere through it. You might receive some information that might take you out of alignment, but after you receive information that's going to take you out of alignment, following that is going to be good news, something emotionally fulfilling. Just stay away from people that you know is deceitful. I got the worst card in the deck for you, and the 7 of Swords is deceit, betrayal, lies. Or you might just find out something and be like, you're a prick. Love and light to you. It could be that sort of energy. It doesn't have to be so serious, but it could just be information that might feel like take you out of alignment, or it's like something that's going to be revealed to you. And I did say that with the Vedic astrology reading, and I said that we're all going to go through trials and tribulations during this time frame, and there are going to be things that we can no longer suppress because it's going to be right in your face, and you're going to, any challenges that come to you and me during this time frame, you're going to have to deal with it. The Moon card, not everything is as it seems. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, but the Moon card is the unseen. You can't see it properly, but at the same time, the Moon card is very psychic, mediumistic, trusting your intuition, trusting your soul. And look at that, divine feminine. Yin, nurture, feminine energy, taking care of yourself. You've got the number 11 card. So 11 is a master number. 11 means you have to experience it so you can teach it. That's me. I'm a master number 11. When I add up my birthday together. And when you make it, when you add up 1 to 1, it's number 2. Angels, guides, loved ones. This is for Marsha. What does Marsha need to know, please? In love and light. Oh my God. Everybody needs to get a lottery ticket. Everybody needs to get a lottery ticket and get a bloody scratch card, because you've got nothing to lose at the end of the day but more to gain. In fact, I'm going to play the lottery when I get off here. So I am seeing, as I'm connecting to you, money, stability, structure, inheritance, financial gain, leaving a legacy. In order for you to gain this so much prosperity and abundance, you got to move away, walk away from a thought, a feeling, emotion, a person, this negative way of thinking, self-defeating beliefs about yourself. There will be a wake-up call later on down the line, because the judgment card is the wake-up call. But when the judgment card is upside down, it might be judgment, denial, feeling a little bit like lacking in energy to some degree. And then you've got the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups does represent looking back at all the things that you don't want instead of looking forward at all the things that you do want. Okay, pay attention to the blessing in disguise. This is what this represents. Okay, Marsha. And then you've got the Truth card. It says justice, trust and integrity. And you got the magnifying glass. So do some research. Whatever it is that you're trying to figure out, do some more research. Will Nori face legal action for harassing my family, and will we win? Chris. Yes. Nori will face legal action later on. And will you win? What is win? What is winning? What will be winning to you, Chris? That this person go to prison, locked up behind bars, punishment. What would you class as winning? Because you need to forgive this person and you need to learn to let it go. And remember, we're in a karmic energy. So there could have been a timeline in maybe 1851 when you or your family, just saying, this is just an example, could have tormented Nori and her family. And now there has to be the balancing of the karmic scales. Go to prison. Is that what you want? Is that what you want, honey? What pictures? Nudes? Or just pictures? I know it's an invasion of privacy. Honey, you're in a karmic energy. You're in karmic energy. What's her name? Nori. She's not a part of the family. Energy around Nori. How do you know this person? How do you know this person? Uncle's wife. You know she's got mental problems. Did you know that? She might have also been abused as a child. Did you know that? She's been contacting everybody that, and you know for what reason? Did you do something to her to trigger her to do this, or you don't know if you did anything? This situation is gonna go. It's not gonna be. This is gonna be today's. This is gonna be tomorrow's news. Owes her what? Because I'll tell you something. There's all this coins here. What? There's all this cash here. She's got mental problems, and there must have been some abuse when she was a child. Okay, so she is taking pictures of your family, posting it up on social media, and telling lies about your family. And it's causing anxiety for you and your family to the point that you want her to go to prison. I'm going to tell you something, and I need you to listen, and you don't have to register it, and you don't have to take it in, and you don't have to do anything that I'm saying to you. Your life, your free will choices. When I died, and I had to go through all of the people that hurt me and all the people that I hurt in my life, what I understood about thoughts, words, emotions, and people is that she's involving a lot of people that are not part of it. She sounds like a child. She sounds very young. I don't care if she's 49. She sounds very childish. She's got mental problems. And I feel like she doesn't, at times realize what she's doing. So everybody in your family must be sending out. So this is what I learned on the other side. Here is somebody who is Nori. She is spiteful. She's horrible. She does horrible and toxic things. She makes people dislike her. She makes people feel a certain type of way about her. And there is about 15 people who can't stand her. Shall we say that as an example? So then you've got Nori, okay? There is a background behind Nori's energy. There's a story. There's something beneath the surface of Nori that none of you know about. And it's okay. You're allowed to feel what you're feeling. But if you are feeling that she's toxic, she's a bitch, she's this, she's that, do you know every word, every thought, every emotion sticks to that person's soul? So if one person is feeling anger, hatred, hope she goes to prison, she's a toxic bitch, I hope bad things happen to her, you do understand that you're sending out negative entity energy towards that person, and what goes out comes back in. You want to know why this energy of her hasn't stopped. It's because you're not changing the energy. Now, if there's 15 of you that can't stand Nori, and you're sending out all of this, she's this, she's that, she's toxic, you're adding on words to her soul. And that's going to make her more of all of this shit that you're saying that she is. She's evil. She's horrible. She's toxic. And there's like 20 things coming from your mouth attached to this girl. And then you've got another 17 members of family, 5 or 6, 7 members of family that's also sending all of this energy to her. So it's making her not stop what she's doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So instead of saying, I hope she goes to prison, why don't you, I don't know if you were here in the beginning of my live when I saw evil entities. And my guide said, observe and send love. And that will push the energy away. And it did. So why don't you shift the energy, Chris? Shift the energy from hate, anger to love. You don't have to do it, man. Like I said, you got free will. Now, my question to you is, wanting, just because somebody is doing something negative, to you, you have to fight fire with water. You have to fight fire with water. You don't have to do that, Chris. Your life, your family, your choice. But when my daughter's dad was throwing bottles at my house and saying to me, I'm going to kill you and my daughter and then kill myself and kill your mum, I had all of these emotions around him. All that did was kept an energetic connection to him. It's like an energetic cord to this person. So I changed my energy frequency towards him. I said, God bless him, give him everything he wants and everything he needs so he can leave us alone. And then the energy shifted and he didn't bother us for years. So you have to understand that this woman is broken. And everybody around you, let's say you have 7 members of family that's directing all of this negative energy entities at her. What you put out, you get back in. So when you're sending energy and going, she's this and she's that and she's toxic and she's ruining our lives, don't give her the energy don't give her a gap opening in your life to make her ruin your life. Let her do what she's doing. Ignore her, because today, whatever's happening today is going to be yesterday's news. And I understand it. Family reputation. I get it. But she's not stopping because everyone in the family keeps sending her negative energy. So you're not changing her frequency because you're sending her. And somebody that wants somebody to go to prison, you have to be walking in the energy light of God. And you have to ask yourself, what would God do with her? Would God go, I want her to go to prison. She needs to learn her lesson, go to prison, because she's sending pictures and ruining my family's reputation. We're trying to ignore her, but then she keeps on sending messages or making other people pass it to us. Let her. Who cares? Block and delete. You have no power, no control over what other people do. I've been saying this for 5 years. You have the power to control how you respond, how you look at a person, and how you can change the energy frequency. So you can keep doing what you're doing if you want. It's not really working though, is it? Nothing is working, what you're doing. So? Has she smashed up the car? Has she smashed up the window? Has she physically hurt anybody? She's a child. Let the police deal with her, but still send her a different vibration. Look, there is nothing that you can tell me that hasn't happened to me in the worst kind of way. I mean, I was threatened they were going to kill me. He was going to kill me. He was going to kill me. You're going to have to watch the replay. He was going to kill me and kill my daughter and kill everybody. And then he stood outside and he's throwing bottles at my mum in my house. And is it that bad? Has it gone there? Because the only thing that you can do is put a restraining order on her and let it go. She sounds like a child. So if she's a grown woman, it sounds to me like she's got a mind of a child. And she's got a lot of trauma in her life. And she's bored. She's bored in her life. She's got nothing better to do. And I feel like she's just trying to get people's attention. Leave her. How old is this woman? How old is she? She's a very sad soul. If you owe, you can be killed. So my question to you is, how much do you owe her? Is it a substantial amount of money? Just out of curiosity. How much does whoever owe her? Roughly. Roughly. Just roughly. It doesn't have to be the exact estimate. Roughly. Can they afford to pay that money? Okay. So if everything is paid, do you think this would be over? She is money orientated. She seems to be broke. She seems to have very sad energy in her life. She's looking for a way out. She's looking for some sort of way out. Her life might be in danger. She might owe money to people that she shouldn't be around. And her only way... A reputation can be rebuilt. A reputation can be rebuilt. She owes money for substance abuse, drugs. And the only way she's going to be able to pay this back is by you, by the family member. If you owe her another 500 quid, give it to her. Send her on her way. Get proof and evidence. Get proof and evidence that you've paid her. And if she comes back, then she will be dealt with. If it's 500, if you owe her thousands, I don't know how much you paid or it's part paid. In order to stop this, you're going to have to just pay it. She's got mental problems. You can't deal with somebody who's got mental problems. Pay her off, send her on her way. If you got the money and you can afford it, why are you fighting it? Just let this go. Pay the money. Just pay the money. She owes someone. Her life might be in danger. Whether you know about it or not, she owes somebody money. And that's why the whole, if you don't pay up the money, somebody's going to get murdered. She's probably going to be the one that's going to, something happen to her. And her only way out of this toxic situation is if she gets money from somewhere. Pay her, get evidence that you paid her, be done with it. It doesn't need to carry on. Reputation can be rebuilt. Reputation can be rebuilt. Sorry, it can be. And you walk in the light of God, it will be rebuilt. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about her. I'm not worried about her. You got to change the energy that you're sending towards her. Because the more negative energy you're sending, she will not stop. She will not stop. I know it's hard. Like I said, he threatened to kill me. And he's got the mindset to do so. Because he's been in, my daughter's dad's been in prison many times. He's got the capacity to do that. He has. So was I fearful for me, my daughter and my mum? 100%. But you know what? I had enough. And I was like, you know what? Do your worst. Do what you have to do. I'm fucking done. Do your worst. I'm done. And what that is giving up, surrendering to divine. Can't be bothered with you anymore. I'm going to give this situation to God and let God deal with you. Because remember, if she's rolling in toxic energy, all that's following her around is negative entities. Dark energy, and you don't want that around you. Because if you're flowing on the same frequency as her, which is anger and being pissed off, obviously negativity, devil energy is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to stick to that one as well, because this one over here is making her feel a certain type of way, and you're on the same energy frequency as Norisa, whatever her name is. Be careful what you do. Be careful of what you feel, because it's never going to stop if you don't change. Louisa and you guys, loved ones, and then I'm gonna do Nomsa, and then I'm gonna go to bed, I think, because I haven't slept for 48 hours. Louisa, angels, guides, loved ones. Nomsa, I'm gonna read for you as well. What does Louisa need to know? Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Louisa need to know? You've got a lot of abundance coming your way, Louisa, and I fear that you might not be able to receive it sooner rather than later because you're still carrying heavy energy. Sylvia, sorry, hon. You've got abundance and blessings coming your way, Louisa, but I feel like on some level you might be still carrying some energies that you need to let go of. I feel like you're going to change your mindset at some point. I feel like you have to watch what you say, Louisa, because words, thoughts, emotions end up becoming physical things. So just be mindful about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're saying. Because again, Louisa, what you think, what you feel, what you say will end up manifesting here in the physical world. You have abundance and blessings coming your way. So don't flow low. Look at that. Self-empowerment, Louisa. Belief, confidence, and feeling liberated. Nomsa, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Nomsa need to know, please? In love and light. So I've got Nomsa and Bonnie. And then I need to go and I need to get, I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I feel like I'm going to go and paint again. But I just feel knackered. Nomsa, I've got travel, relocation, a holiday, good luck, and a turning point in your energy. You're so welcome, honey. So there's some sort of there is some sort of good luck, a turning point, travel, relocation, a new vehicle. I feel like you need to get out of your own way. Start looking at situation from another perspective. And I also feel like you do have some sort of wish fulfillment coming your way. But I feel like there could be a delay to it because it's upside down. You got to believe in miracles. And when you believe in miracles, miracles will come your way. The moon card, Nomsa, represents that not everything is as it seems. Pay attention to the subtle signs, symbols and synchronicities. And then you will see it. I did read for you before. So, watch the replay. I don't know when it's going to go up. I'm having technical difficulties downloading both of the lives that I've done. Sylvia, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Sylvia need to know, please? Sylvia. Watch your words as well. Words become things. Good news, a message, or offer, study, education coming your way. If one door closes, another door is going to open, but I need you to emotionally stabilize yourself. I've got an older masculine around you, and I need you to get your mojo back. Queen of Wands is feisty, free-spirited, creative, confident, self-assured, charming, and courageous, and takes a leap of faith. I did read for you earlier, Sylvia. I do remember reading for you. But I feel like as I'm connecting, there's a lot of passion in your belly and you need to start moving forward. And I feel like there's going to be opportunities around money as well. I am seeing that as I'm connecting to you. I really need to... I need you to be mindful of what you're saying. The Page of Swords is always talking... The Page of Swords is always saying something that they shouldn't say. And then all of a sudden it comes to pass. So... You got the caution card. Wear red knickers. Caution. It says warning, obstacles, and it talks about deceit. So also be mindful about the people that you hang around with or that you talk your business to, Sylvia. Be mindful of who you hang around with and who you talk your business to. Meditate. Tranquility, stillness, clarity. Always get clarity through meditation. For everybody... for everybody who is in the room, I did astrology earlier and I told you a bit of a story and I showed you my whole house just to let you know what happened to me. So I really want this to go on my YouTube. There is 5 planets because we are at the beginning of the eclipse energy. So we are going in between 2 eclipses. At the moment, there are 5 planets in Capricorn. This is why the energy is so intense. I'm not sleeping very well. Haven't slept for 48 hours because the energy is so intense. Dreaming about negative energy, it's just terrible. So all I'm saying to you is that if you're feeling what you're feeling, is the anxiety crossing bridges and wide open? Yes. 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 Bonnie. Is the anxiety crossing bridges, wide open spaces, past life related? So let's talk about it, Bonnie. You know those stairs that are see-through, like glass? I can't climb up those stairs. I freak out. In the building that I was working in, it was an AXA building because I used to work for AXA. The lift was glass and there was like 5 or 6 floors. And if I had to go to the 6th floor, you best believe I'm taking the stairwell. I am not taking the lift because I could literally see the lift was basically clear. So I could see me plummeting to my death. I have anxiety heights. I hate heights. I can't cross bridges if I can see the bottom. I will literally wee my pants. That's why I literally wear big pads, because I will piss in my pants. So yes, it's related to past life. How do you overcome it? You're going to have to cross that bridge, man. Sorry, honey. I'm afraid of cable cars. Yeah, I don't like heights. I don't like going on an aeroplane. I had a really bad experience when I went to the Philippines. The plane was going through turbulence for 11 hours. I thought I was going to die. And it's related to my past life. It was related to when I was in my mum's stomach. It was all fucked. So you're going to have to go through crossing bridges and wide open spaces. You're going to have to go through it once, at least just once. Because when you have to fight your fear. You have to go and face your fucking fears like her. She's like, right, this motherfucking bridge, I'm crossing it and I don't care. I go across and literally feel like I'm going to faint. Have a crystal. Get a crystal, hold it close to you. Find out what star sign you are. Get a crystal. Get some tiger's eye for strength and power. Get some tiger's eye. Hold on to it. And just look ahead. Don't look down. Look ahead. Just don't look down, man. Just look ahead. It is to do with past life. 1000%. Oh my God. Something you got to learn. Lessons, journey, experience, growth. What the fuck? Yes, it's to do with past lives. All right, I'm going to read for Irene and then I need to go because I feel like a bit delirious now. I've been awake for 48 hours just for those people who just walked into the room. All right. I really hope this live goes up because I did Vedic astrology and this is like a need to know. Blue eyes, Jacqueline, I can read for you one more. There is balance and harmony and moderation in your energy. There is healing being done underneath the surface of things. I do feel, Irene, that you need to get your mojo back because I feel like there's a part of you when the Queen of Wands is upside down. This feels like the energy is being dulled down. I feel a little bit of apathy. I feel like I just want more excitement in my energy or in my life. I've got a younger masculine around you. Actually, I've got two masculines around you. People that you could be working with, that you could meet at some point, that you could be collaborating with. They are going to play a significant role in your life. So there could be collaboration, partnerships, or important meetings. So if they're not here yet, they're coming in at some point. Your guided message, Irene. Supported. There you go, the collaboration, assistance, teamwork, and comfort. And you need to ground and root yourself, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Erica, anything in love for you? And then I'll do Jacqueline, and then I need to go and sleep, guys. I feel funky. All right, here we go. I just want to say I love TikTok Shop. I'm tiling my whole kitchen, and with these stick-on tiley things, it's fabulous. Anything in love. First of all, you got to get rid of any insecurities that you're holding on to, and you've got your guard up, and guard up is good, but to some degree it's like you got to let it down a little bit because it's like you've got boundaries up, and I feel like there's a part of you that's ready for love. I want love, my heart is open, but at the same time I've got the Seven of Swords, which is a deceit, a betrayal, and a lie, and this is something that you have not yet forgotten or healed. I feel like you could meet somebody around the work arena. So if he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. I am seeing as well that you're in your manifestation energy. So kind of be careful of how you're manifesting in love. Don't manifest love with insecurities because you're going to create problems. And then I've got, look, protection. You are divinely protected when it comes to love, but you got to call it in. It says shielded. You're shielded from evil eyes, and you need, and look, you have boundaries. You've got to let it down just a little bit so you can attract the love. I am seeing Gemini, Cancer, Pisces energy around you in the love energy. Is Eddie the person that I need to let go of? You would know this. Jacqueline, you would know this. Angels, guides, loved ones. Is Eddie the person that you need to let go of? Yes, because it feels like no matter what it is that you do, you'll never be able to fully get this person's attention. I also feel like Eddie's going to tell you everything that you want to hear, and it's so emotionally fulfilling, and you're like, oh my God, and then it's like, no. You need to wait for him. Look, with Eddie, he's a good talker. Very offers you a cup of love, tells you everything that you want to hear, but then you're always going to have to fight to get his attention. His attention is always directed somewhere else. And then you've got the King of Coins here. So you've got to wait for this person. There's somebody else in your energy, and I don't think it's Eddie. And is Eddie the one that you're supposed to let go of? Yes. If you don't let go of Eddie, this is what's going to happen. Upheaval, destruction, the crumbling down of your world. But that means you're giving him free rein to come in and do that. So you do need to let him go. You have to let him go. So I hope that helps you, Jacqueline. I'm supposed to be going live tomorrow, but I'm so tired. I hope I sleep tonight. I will see everybody, I think, maybe on Thursday. No, I don't even know what day it is today. Fuck a duck. It's Tuesday. So I will... Oh, let me just do Lucy. I'm about to leave. Is it over with Paolo and I? Every time I'm about to leave, somebody else comes in. Chamomile. I'll give that a go. I've been putting pink Himalayan salt bath in my... just to get rid of this energy. Funky energy. Sorry, Lucy, I'm about to leave, but I'm going to do your question. Is it over with Paolo and you? Yeah, I feel like he's very cutthroat. Like he could easily just cut you out. I feel like his heart chakra is blocked. I know there's a feeling where you feel like you guys are soulmates. I feel like you are, but he's not in the same place that you're in. He's more focusing on money and work orientated and having business and getting rich quickly. I don't know if I like him for you, Lucy. I don't like him for you, honey. But again, it's your life and I can't tell you what to do. And I got the 7 of Swords here. This person could be a good fibber. Like, tell you something and you believe it so, but it ain't actually true. I'm going to give you your guided message. Give me 1 second. You got the gratitude card. It says appreciation, kindness, recognition. So be thankful in all the things that you've experienced with him so you don't have to experience it anymore. And then you've got appreciation, kindness. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that you don't need to be in his energy. He's not for you. Sorry, honey. I don't feel like he is. Oh, I feel awful. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to think about what to do next Sunday when I do subscribers live. I did some Vedic astrology. I think I might have to do some more Vedic astrology on Sunday, and I'll see what else I can add into it for you guys. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. And I'm really glad I was able to show you my house and show you the plans and listening to my story. I needed to tell somebody that, and I'm so glad that you guys were here. I love you. God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.